all hype. So
yeah, exactly.
With very little substance behind. Sorry.
Hold on, Bill. We're just going live here on YouTube. Good evening, YouTube. We are back to kick off another week of Spaced Out Radio. How y'all doing? Glad to see that y'all survived the weekend, and now we're coming on back here on this Monday night, March 9th, early Tuesday morning on the 10th. If you're on the East Coast or across the pond, good to have you with us. I had a not bad weekend. I actually took some me time for once, which is something that I don't normally do, but this weekend I figured I actually needed some time. So hello to everyone who is on right now. We are about 6 minutes away from showtime. Bill Hauser is here with me. Bill, you can say hello.
Well, hello, everybody.
Yeah. Bill, why don't you tell all of our YouTube listeners what your YouTube channel is so they could check out some of your paranormal endeavors?
Okay. You can go to Candoey. That's the username on YouTube. That's Candoey. And I have a number of different ghost box videos and so on of different locations with different radios, so you'll get to see the different radios that I've used in the past to where I am today. And yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah, check it out.
Right on. Thanks, Bill. Thank you. All right, so just so you guys can see, I am wearing my gnome shirt tonight because I am one with the gnomes. So, you know, no more harassment about the gnomes. I am one with them now. I've got the shirt to prove it. And I also want to remind all of you, a great way to support what we do at Spaced Out Radio. We have the super chat open for you. You can also, what I would love you to do is go to our website, spacedoutradio.com, where you can, I'm sorry, I heard my Canadian accent there for a second, where you can actually go and get yourself a t-shirt, grab yourself a hoodie, whatever you want at the SOR Vault. We'd greatly appreciate it. And it's a great way to support what we do. And by the way, you'd be nice and fashionable too, wearing our stuff. And if you do that, do me a favor, take a picture of what you are wearing, where you're wearing it. I want to get a nice picture of you out on the town or hanging out at home, mowing your lawn, you know, hunting ghosts. I'd love for you to show off where you're wearing your Spaced Out Radio swag. And I would love to be able to put it on our website and our social media as well, because that helps with our promotion. So just so you know, that works. Also, we have the We Read the Night if you're looking for some great books. So check those on out as well. So we're about about 4 minutes away here. And yeah, I'm always excited. Bill comes on every couple of months to do the live ghost box sessions. We haven't done this on YouTube yet. So if you want to play along, do me the favor, whatever you hear coming out of the ghost box session, all right, whether you believe or not, just have some fun. Have some fun. Type down on what you hear. All right. And I'm going to read them out on the air. So, for instance, if you hear a bunch of words pertaining to Bill's questions, type them all out in one paragraph. That way, when I look at the chat, I'm going to be able to read that, and I'm just going to put it on air and go from there. So, yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Hey, we got 15 people already waiting for the show to kick off. Thank you so much. Do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you feel we deserve it. I know the show hasn't started yet and the week hasn't kicked off, but you know what? It's kind of cool. Hey, also, I want to remind all of our YouTube listeners that as of this weekend, we have the weekends covered. So we got John and Stacey Edwards filling in on Saturday nights now. You're going to absolutely love them. And on Sunday, we have Michael W. Hall. Okay, they're not going to be on the YouTube side just yet. We got to get that organized. I want to get them used to broadcasting on a terrestrial radio feed right off the bat. and then we'll start trying to work them into coming onto the YouTube side as well. So just be patient with them, but I would love your feedback. Take a listen to them, whether it's in the archives or whether it's live. They're still going to start at 6 past the hour, 9:06 Pacific on Saturday and Sunday Eastern. That's 12:06 a.m. So give them an opportunity. Give them a few weeks to get comfortable. I really appreciate that. One sec. I just got to start up the one feed here. All right. Almost there. Almost showtime. Do, 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 do. What do you think of shows like Ghost Adventures? A lot of television editing. That's what I think. A lot of television editing. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, me too.
I know you do too, Bill. I know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bill,
lots of burrow cream. Lots of burrow cream for Zach.
Oh, yes. Bill, also, if you're in British Columbia in July and you want to come to our ghost tours, find us on Facebook at 108. That's 108 Mile Ghost Tours. On Facebook, give us a thumbs up. And Bill's actually going to be coming up in July here to hang on out with us and do some live ghost box sessions from our haunted buildings. So that's always cool. He did it last year with great success, and we're going to have Bill back this year. So I'm very excited about that, Bill.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be awesome. All
right, here we go. Music's coming on in 3, 2, and 1. Oh, look how we timed that out. Woo! We're going to have a good week here. From atop the snowy mountains of central British Columbia to you listening around the world, this, my friends, is Spaced Out Radio. I am your host, Dave Scott, sitting in the captain's chair of SOR headquarters. We welcome you to tonight's show, including Kingdom of Nye Radio and Revolution Radio. If you want to take a listen to our archives, we have them free for you at youtube.com/Spaced Out Radio. Do old Davey the favor, hit that subscribe button. Our website is spacedoutradio.com, where we have a plethora of features for you, including rocking out to Bumblefoot, do a little shopping at the SOR Vault. You can also read up on Captain Shirk's SOR Newswire as well. Tonight's show is brought to you by Chive Charities. Help make the world 10% happier by visiting Chive Charities today. You can find them on our website. Every couple of months, we try to bring some paranormal communication to you with the help of Bill Hauser, a Vancouver paranormal investigator who loves to communicate with spirits via the ghost box. Bill is a seasoned researcher who has had much success communicating with the other side. Now, this is a show where you, the audience, get to play along. How? Well, let's tell you. What I want you to do, if you're in one of our chat rooms or at hashtag Spaced Out Radio on Twitter, is ask some questions. If you have a spirit you'd like to try and communicate with or hear from, type it in the room, capital letters, and we're going to try and get that question to Bill. The other part is we want to hear what you're saying as well. So if you're in one of the chat rooms or you are on Twitter at hashtag Spaced Out Radio, type in what you hear the answers as, and I'm going to read them on the air to see what kind of correlation we could get with other people. Then at the bottom of hour number 3, I will bring you the SOR Newswire, brought to you by Paranoia Magazine. Bill Hauser, it's been a couple of months, but we're always glad to have you here, my friend, especially on a supermoon. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Dave. And yourself?
I'm doing very well. I am doing very well, my friend. It's always a pleasure to have you here with us, and we are having a little bit of a technical difficulty with one of our connections, but we're working on that. So, Bill, you know, you've been doing this a long time. There's always people out there who are you know, new to you, new to what you do, maybe don't understand the ghost box a little bit. You've been investigating 5-10 years now, and you have switched over to mainly using the ghost box. Why is that?
Well, actually, I've been investigating for, well, close to 25 years, Dave, and 10 years now it's been using the ITC with the Ghost Box. So I've been experimenting with it. It started as an experiment, and it just started to grow and grow to where I am today using it and the different types of radios that I have experimented with. So, yeah, I enjoy it. I get some good results, and yeah, I look forward to the feedback I get from people who listen to my sessions.
Now, when you've been doing this for as long as you have, does anything surprise you anymore?
Yeah, to some degree, sometimes. It depends on the kind of questions I'm asking, and maybe if I'm trying to get somebody from the past that someone would recognize their voice. It's always nice to hear someone recognize their voice and kind of say, well, that could be the person and all that. So, yeah, it's amazing how this works. So, yeah, I mean, I could never believe before if you told me you could hear voices like this through a radio, especially a receiver. And now I'm starting to do it. Well, I've been doing it actually for 10 years. So, yeah, it's been an interesting ride.
And, I got Mark Spender, who helps me with the tour here, the ghost tour at the local museum. He's saying, hi, Bill, as he's listening in. He's cheating.
Mark.
He should be working right now, but he's not. He's tuned on into us. Hey, Mark, Bill's coming up in July. So we'll figure out a date for him to get on up here to help us with the tour one night. Bill, you are someone who likes helping people, and you volunteer a lot of time in trying to help those maybe answer some questions to loved ones who have passed away. How emotional can that get for you?
It depends on case to case, but yeah, there's some times where it's very hard to keep your composure. So, it's all about grounding at my end to begin with, and then be able to, I like to consider myself the facilitator more than anything. So I'm facilitating that. So acting for the bridge to take place to the other side for communications.
Now, when you are doing that, are there cases you will not take on?
It depends. When I've interviewed some people, I mean, yeah, sometimes I've been a little hesitant due to maybe what's going on in their lives that I don't think they might be able to handle it. So, their emotional state. So I look at that as well. And, most people want to hear their voice of their loved ones or their friends or whoever passed over that really meant a lot to them. So, yeah, it's amazing when that happens. So that whole connection.
Are there cases though that you just will not touch, like maybe when it comes to young children, or I hate to say it, but mass murder type cases or anything along those lines?
Well, yeah, definitely something like a mass murder type thing would be very hard to do. I mean, unless one of the family members of the victims there really want me to pursue that on their behalf, then maybe I would consider it, but I have to go by case by case and see what's happening and where they are at that time.
Right on. Now, with it being a full supermoon tonight, have you noticed any changes in the paranormal, the way spirits communicate during nights like this?
Well, it certainly is interesting, the full moon theory with the paranormal. I tend to believe it does have some effects, even before the full moon, a few days before and a few days after. So you get that nice little cycle of time where the everything changes, and how you feel and everything, as well as the energy that could be generated to help spirits manifest, voice or whatever.
Got you. So a lot of people, this is a strange week. We have a supermoon, we had the time change, and it's Friday the 13th coming on up here, Bill. I mean, we can't ask for much more weird woo this type of week, man. We just can't.
Yeah, well, considering there's so much going on in the world news right now with this virus situation, and, quite frankly, people are scared at times, and then also people are curious, and, it's just amazing what's going on out there in the world.
Bill, when you are looking into situations of where you want to investigate. Now, in a situation like this, we hit you up with a lot of different questions. We'll try to communicate with loved ones, historic figures. We've tried aliens. We've tried Bigfoot. We try a little bit of everything. How do we know that we're actually getting true communication?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say in some cases, probably. In others, it may just be the mimicking of a voice that makes you feel happy that you heard it when you've asked for it, kind of thing. So that could happen, and I think that has happened a few times for me. So, I mean, if it's a historical figure and their voice was recorded somewhere in time with recordings, yeah, you could compare it and have a baseline to work with. So that could be doable. And then, there's a lot of things you could do to analyze that.
Oh, for sure. For sure. How do you analyze that, though?
Well, you look at the wavelengths of, say, that person that died over 100 years ago that was famous, and you look at the wavelengths and you compare it to what you got off there. So you isolate the voice and you match it up, see if it has a very close match to it. So, yeah, that's one way. It's like a fingerprint, so you could do it that way.
Excellent. Bill, you have been doing this, like we said, about 15, 20 years in that region of the paranormal, mainly out of the Vancouver area. How does investigating in Vancouver differ or compare to investigating elsewhere? Whether you're up north, whether you're in Washington State, you've investigated in the Philippines. How has that worked?
Well, I mean, you're dealing with different climates too. Like, for example, the Philippines, it was hot, very, humid. So you had to address according to that. And just basically very historical. So you have to do your history a little bit to know what sites that might be possible that you can get activity.
Does it matter? Does location matter?
To some degree, yeah. I mean, when you're doing with the ghost box too, I mean, almost anything can come through that. So, but yeah, the location I find does act as a charge, or it acts in some way as a catalyst.
Absolutely. What if you're dealing with, like, when you're in the Philippines? I know a lot of people in the Philippines speak English. But there is also the opportunity too that there's people out there who do not speak English, and in those countries we have people who don't speak English in Canada and the United States and elsewhere. Quite frankly, how do we know that if we're looking for someone who is, say, has English as a second language, or not even a language, but they have a different language as their first language, how do we know if it's them? And, because you see a lot of these ghost shows, Bill, they go around to different countries and different areas, and it doesn't matter where they are, the ghosts and the spirits connecting are speaking English.
Well, I had an opportunity in the south of the Philippines in Mindanao Island, just outside of Cagayan de Oro. It was in a cemetery there. Basically, it was the cabbie driver that basically I was able to hook up with there, and he told me about this place. So he took me over, and he actually acted as my interpreter, because down there you have a native language that's more to that region called Bisaya. So it's a very rare language spoken out of that region. Not that many people would speak that elsewhere. So that was very interesting, and he was able to interpret that and tell me what was going on. And actually it was recorded on a YouTube video. So in this real it was old, little bit of a creepy feel to the cemetery, definitely. But yeah, I found that very interesting. They obviously, what he told me was they didn't like being there, so I don't blame them, but I mean, that was one way I could get, confirmation that those languages I could understand through an interpreter.
Hey, I got an interesting question from G in the YouTube chat already here. He's asking, Bill, do you think the virtual voice assistant speakers like Alexa or Hey Google are another form of a voice box?
Well, that's an intelligence behind that speaker. So, I mean, to be honest with you, depending on a program, that gets down to almost like apps with ghost boxes, and I just don't go down that road. I like to be with radios, so I have a better connection to a radio than I have any computer program.
So, define for people who may not know what the ghost box is all about. Tell us what it is.
Well, it's a radio that continuously scans, and basically the theory is it chops up that raw audio from broadcast radio on the FM band, and then basically it remodulates to form speech. So when you ask questions, it forms speech from that, and it acts as, in a sense, material for them to remodulate to form sentences, in some cases, or small phrases and words.
And what should we be listening for when it goes on?
I tend to look at intelligent responses. If I'm asking a question and they give me a pretty intelligent response, I look for that type of cadence to the voice and response.
So when you say intelligent responses, if I ask you, or if I ask the ghost box, hey, what color shirt is Bill wearing tonight? It says, a Vancouver Canucks shirt or something along those lines. That's what you mean by that.
Yeah, I usually go for the color that way, because their perception looking in might not be the same as ours, of course. So they would probably recognize the colors more than anything than writing.
Take us back into history here. I mean, the ghost box was first known as Frank's box from Frank Sumption. There's a lot of people who may not be familiar with this. Break down a little bit of the history for us.
Well, Frank Sumption is a great pioneer in doing ghost box. He was the guy that basically took a radio and automated it, because before that you had to crank the dials around and basically rock between stations, and like tube radios were quite popular in between channels where you get that white noise.
Okay, so how are they made? How are they supposed to work?
Pardon me. What was that, Dave?
How are they supposed to work for people who may not understand?
Well, that goes back to very basic forms of radio communication. So it's a lot to do with the white noise through, as you would say, the ether. Now, ghost box is a little bit different. So, like I say, it's using that raw audio to form speech from. So basically, that's what Frank did. He helped to automate the radio, so it made it easier for us to use the radio for spirit communications.
So why do you believe in it? What makes you feel this is, for you, the best way to communicate with those on the other side?
I would go with my experience to begin with. As soon as I got one, I hacked it back then with the Hack Shack radios, as they were called, and it turned out to be amazing. Even with that it was, as far as I was concerned, it was a very slow radio for scanning, but it was a good starter to get me really intrigued by it. So then I bought some more radios, and then PSB 7s, and it just went on and on and on.
Mm-hmm. As you started your collection, how many ghost boxes do you have now?
Well, I probably have close to about 18 different radios.
18. Wow. And what do you do with all 18?
Well, I bounce back and forth when I'm not doing YouTube videos or any audio work, and I experiment with them at home and then take them out in the field. And then when I have investigations, pardon me, my throat's a little raw today. I look at what would be a good radio for that location. And so usually I tend to have one or two radios that are my go-to, and then the other radios, because I like to switch off back and forth between radios on investigations.
Does each or every different radio that you have out of the 18 that you have, are they each different? Like, do you get different responses?
Definitely. Yeah, exactly.
So give me, I've never heard you talk about this.
Yeah,
sorry.
Well, it has a different feel, so it's very energetic. So that's how I'm kind of, depending on where you are at that time with your energy level, I kind of match up with my energy level to the radio.
Okay. I guess so when you're out there and let's say you're going to a location that's, say, a former church or that's been run down, or you're going to a cemetery, would those be two different boxes that you take for each of those? Are they set up differently?
Be set up slightly different. Some I might use external speakers, especially in a church. Say, basically, it would still have a certain level of that acoustic inside if they have a high ceiling and that. So, yeah, the sound can really harmonize and bounce around.
Interesting. I never would have thought that, Bill. I never would have thought that. Yeah, well,
there's a lot more to it than just the radio itself. It's the speakers. It's, it's even the speaker I use here, the Echo Effect speaker system there. Yeah, it's all so you can hear it better. And, I try to cut a little bit of that white noise down. And then definitely broadcast radio. I'm not a big favorite of hearing DJs and stuff. I want to, cut that down. Or scan fast. I tend to like a radio that scans fast.
All right. And when you say scan fast, for people who may not understand, what do you mean by that?
Continuously scans and it never stops. That's what a ghost box is all about. So basically, I want a radio that I can adjust the speed rate, shall we say, so I can turn it up if I have to and then turn it down slightly, find that happy medium. That's what I'm looking for, is always that happy medium for the responses coming through.
Give an example, Bill, of some of the messages you have got that have really stuck with you throughout the years.
Well, there's been quite a number of them, but I would start with names. A couple of years ago, I got a lady's name come through, and that was really interesting. I felt that I could research that, and when I did, it was great. I found that this person did exist, and then soon after, I got a message on Facebook Messenger from this lady who actually knew this lady and heard my my audio from my audiophile site. She had heard this, so she was quite amazed of that voice. So anyway, we looked at it a little more, and she told me a bit more about her, and she had passed away over 10 years ago.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's interesting.
So you had somebody that knew it, and also what you could get off the internet in the, the records for her passing away.
Very cool. Very cool. We've got about 90 seconds here before we have to go to break at the bottom of the hour. When we come back from the break, we're going to start up the Ghost Box and give everybody a little taste of what they are going to be hearing tonight. You might want to turn your speakers up a bit. Now, I know that may be a little dangerous because it's going to sound weird. You're going to be like, if this is your first time, you're going to be like, what the hell is this? What am I supposed to hear? Just let your ears dial in and let the sounds take you away. Much like Barry White in a romantic setting in front of the fireplace. It's just the way it goes. But it is different for first-time people listening in, isn't it, Bill?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's quite a eye-opener when voices do come through.
Absolutely. And that's the big thing, Bill, what's your biggest advice for people who may not fully understand what they should be listening to?
Well, number one, they should either turn the volume up on their system, or another alternative is to wear headphones and just get a happy medium volume level at your comfort. And just listen for the responses after my questions and see what's being said. And, I always try to match up that intelligent response kind of thing.
For sure. And Bill, we all appreciate you coming back in here as you do every couple of months. And, I'm excited, man. I'm excited to have you here. And we're going to start up the live Ghost Box sessions when we come back from this break. So stay tuned. Get your questions ready. Put them in capital letters. We'll try and communicate. We've already got a couple in here already. So we will run with those right off the bat. But if you want to try and connect with someone on the other side, Bill Hauser's your guy. Live Ghost Box sessions coming up on Spaced Out Radio right after this. All right, Bill, we're clear.
Okay. You don't mind if I grab a quick glass of water?
Yeah, you go right ahead. I'm going to hang out with the YouTube crowd. Hey, YouTube.
Okay, I'll be back shortly.
How you doing, YouTube? What are you doing? All right. So if you see me looking down here, it's because that's where the YouTube computer is. And I will be getting your questions on there. And, yeah, have some fun with it. Like I said, I wasn't a big believer of the Ghost Box until I heard my name come along. Now, for those of you who've been listening for a long time, you'll know that my last name really isn't Scott. Scott is actually my middle name. And I have this long Ukrainian name that's about 47 letters, and it's just tough to pronounce. And so I end up using Scott because it's easier, much easier. And when I actually heard on the Ghost Box, I think it was the second or third time that Bill and I actually did this on the show, and I heard my real last name come through. Well, my province, British Columbia, there's not a lot of people who have my last name. Like there's maybe 30, 40 people. That's it in the entire province, which is like 5.5 million people. Okay, that's not a big number. So when I heard that, it actually made me think that there's actually something here to this. So, hey, doesn't matter whether you believe or not. Just enjoy, have some fun, write down what you hear, because maybe, just maybe, you will hear something that you weren't thinking you would. And it's all about just enjoying and having fun. And that's why we do it. We do it to be a little bit different than everybody else. So yes. Hey Slim, how you doing, man? How's your wolf? Billy, you back?
Yep, I'm back there, Dave.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I didn't leave. I did not leave.
Hey, that reminds me of another interesting story of a really good response. Remember when I was doing this in my car at that location for about 3.5 years? Yeah. That one night we got that broadcaster from back in the, let's see, the 40s and the 50s and so on. I'm trying to think, his name was Cox.
Yes.
And his voice came through so good, and he gave the full name. So that was really interesting. Yeah, and I researched it and I realized, oh, wow, this is really interesting. And there's really a lot of people in the province that don't really have his name. When I did the investigation, I did the background on it.
Right. Chris is asking in the YouTube channel here, he's asking, did a ghost box ever get broken by an entity? Have you ever had that happen or heard about it happening?
I've had mine turn off on me on a few occasions, but not broken. I haven't heard about that so much, unless the radio malfunctions mechanically or electronically, shall we say. But I have not heard that. But just radio's being turned off or the batteries being drained is usually what happened. Right.
I'm a little sad tonight, Bill, in our YouTube channel, because my son's hockey ended for the year. His first year of hockey ended tonight, and he was so proud because he got a medal tonight. He got a medal from his coaches. So he was pretty proud about that. But it's like, damn, one season done already. Like I only have, Bill, Well, he's 6 this right now. June 23rd, he'll be 7. I only have 11 years left to prepare him for the NHL. 11 years left to prepare him for the NHL draft, that is. I mean, a lot can happen. He needs a lot of practice. I don't think my kid is going to the NHL, just so you know. I just like to talk that being a hockey guy. You know, he can do whatever he can do whatever he wants except play soccer. Anything else I can live with. I will not have a soccer player under my roof. But nonetheless, I'm just, it's just kind of down. I really enjoy going to the rink to watch him play. I really do, man. Totally do. And I'm going to miss that. But September, it all starts again.
Yeah, what I've gathered, too, at the rink, sometimes it's a bit of a social time with the different parents that are there waiting for their kids to finish at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. We've got about just over 90 seconds, bud.
Okay.
Just over 90 seconds. And questions are starting to pile in. Do. All right, we got about just over a minute.
Dave, I was reading one of your posts. You got another radio station signed up soon.
Yes, we have KZAX in Bellingham, Washington, 94.9. And it's kind of cool. I really wanted to get into that Bellingham area because it's close to home. It's close to
that's not far from where I live, and chances are people can pick that up very easily on their radios.
We'll see. Maybe they will.
Yeah.
Hopefully they will.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, you never know.
Exactly. Just so you know, YouTube channel, Bill usually has really high and tight hair. Fantastic hair on this guy. No male pattern baldness, nothing. Great hair. Great solid head.
Just gray hairs.
All right, my friend, we got about 10 seconds here. Let's turn on the thunder. Ooh, thunder. You ready, YouTube crowd? You ready? Because here we go. Welcome back to the second half hour of Spaced Out Radio. Tonight, I am your host, Dave Scott, sitting in the captain's chair of SOR headquarters. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate you taking the time on out. Reminder to all of you that if you've missed portions of this show or others, or you want to watch us live, you can go to youtube.com/Spaced Out Radio. Just do me the favor, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up. We'd appreciate it. Our website is spacedoutradio.com, where we have a plethora of features for you, including rocking out to Bumblefoot and reading up on Captain Shirk's SOR News Wire. Every couple of months, we bring in Bill Hauser from Vancouver, British Columbia, where he is a longtime paranormal investigator. And we bring in Bill because we like to have a little bit of fun with all of you in live ghost box sessions. And Bill, I'm going to bring you in here because I want to give you get you to give a test for what our audience is going to hear tonight.
Okay. Turn it on so you can hear.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Keep the squelch down, man. Oh, there it is.
It's me.
Hello.
Oh, coming up. Me.
How are you tonight?
50.
That's good. I need to know how many active spirits in my neighborhood. Can you tell me? Do you know? No more than 15? I'm on a radio show tonight. I encourage you to speak with us. Who's happy tonight? Who's really happy? Who's got a message for me? You got any message? Something of importance? Maybe you know some of the audience members listening in tonight. You have a message for them, maybe?
Something about.
What would that be? Can I get a name, please? Is something you'd like to tell me? Who else is there? You got a message for Dave Scott? Who's got a message for Dave? Okay. Thank you.
It's a nice goodbye at the end there.
Yeah. Sounds pretty good too, so.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So for our audience, that's what you're going to hear. And what we're going to be doing is we are going to be starting to ask some questions from our audience. So if you're in one of our chat rooms, what I want you to do is make sure you type out in capital letters who you would like to hear from, if there's anybody that you would. And yeah, we go from there. All right. You ready to get started, Bill?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right. Let's do it. And once again, if you're following along on the Twitter side or the chat room side and you want to play along with us, even if you're not in one of our chat rooms, just write down what you put. All right? Write down what you hear and in response to Bill's questions, and we kind of go from there. It's real simple. And we'll have some fun with this. All right, we're going to start off with April's question in the SOR Space Travelers Club. And she is asking, can you please ask Larry how many children he had in his past life here on Earth, and does he know where they all are?
Okay.
Larry.
Yes.
Yeah, I have Larry that I want to get a hold of. April's here. She wants to know, how many children did you have when you were living? Larry, how many children did you have when you were still alive? Do you know where these children are now, Larry? Where they might live? Did you know where they might live? able to tell us. April wants to know. Would you know, Larry? Where are they? You know where they are? Where they may be living? Anything else that you know, Larry? You want to tell us? Can you tell us? Okay, we thank you. Okay.
All right, Bill. I got a few interesting ones in there. I really did. This is what I heard from Larry right off the bat. You said, Larry, are you here? I got a male voice saying yes. And when you asked about April, there was a female voice that came in and said, is she happy? When you asked how many children there were, I heard a man's voice say, could be 2, followed up by, not sure. And then I guess they didn't understand one of your questions that you asked, and I heard, excuse me. Then you asked how many children on the other side are around, and I wasn't sure if it said 3 or green. And then the male voice, and then the male voice said tonight, and then I heard no, and then right before you signed off, I heard you say something along the lines of, I hope you're happy over there or something, or happy to communicate. And the male voice said, I'm good with it. So that's what I got. That's what I got. Let's check and see if anybody else got anything else here. All right. We're just waiting for those to come in. April got something about, name please, fart, something to tell. Who else is there? Message for Dave, take it easy. Maybe that was for the last one. She just hasn't typed out her new one yet. Now, usually, we're just waiting here to see if anybody else has come through on anything. And we'll wait, and we wait, and we wait. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm checking the other chat rooms right now to see if they have had any sort of communication or understanding with what they're going through. YouTube, how about you? How about you? Fill us in. Fill us in, because we'd love to hear it. And April, pardon me, came back and says she heard yes, 3, and remember, she could listen later to figure out the rest, which is always good too. And Nikki's starting off slow. She says, Dave, going to be a little bit before I get into the swing of things tonight. Usually she has to go through a full-on yoga stretch before she's ready to, crack some knuckles and her neck bones and all that kind of stuff before she is able to start communicating. Usually Nikki will get like 14, paragraphs worth of information. I don't know how she does it, but she does. All right, let's move on to the next one, and we'll hopefully have a few more people in here helping us on out. Remember, this is audience participation. If you are in one of the chat rooms, I would appreciate that. And all right, let's go over to Christoph, who is asking, I was visited by a friend of mine of almost 25 years. He died a couple of weeks ago. His name is Garrett, and I wonder how he was doing and what he has to say. So Christopher looking to communicate with Garrett.
Hello? I got Christopher here. He wants to get a hold of Garrett. Is Garrett there? Garrett, do you have a message for Christopher? You have a message for him?
You're right. Well,
Are you doing okay at your side, Garrett? You're at peace? What message would you have for Christoph, Garrett? Can you give us something, some information, Garrett?
.com.
You doing okay?
Did.
Are you at peace? Truly? Okay, we thank you for communicating.
All right. Thank you so much, Bill. And this is what I got out of this one. I didn't get too much, to be absolutely blunt. I got, you asked right off, about a couple seconds in, you asked, is Garrett around? And I got a voice that said, he is not here. And then this is where it gets a little bit interesting. I heard a kind of like a high pitched voice. Not sure if it was female or not. You asked her, are you doing good over there? And the voice said, I hate it. And then there was another male voice that followed up with, me too. And then a little bit later on, I got, get ready. So that's all I got out of this one. And I'm not sure if, this brings up actually a good question. I mean, Christopher's friend, obviously very emotional. Bill has, Christopher wanting to, hear if he has anything to say. But after 2 weeks of being crossed over to the other side, is that spirit even ready to communicate yet?
Yeah, that's a good question. And I would say possibly. To be honest with you, it takes, some spirits a little while to develop their energy at their side to be able to manifest speech on the ghost box. So it all depends.
Okay. So with that, in your experience that you have with somebody who's freshly crossed over, how long does it usually take before you get any sort of solid communication?
I think it depends on the individual and their energy once they've crossed over and how they manifest it and develop it at their side. Some are slower, it takes a while, and others are faster. And that's sort of been my experience. So it all depends. Some people, they could have had great energy when they were alive and passed over, and it still continues. So it all depends on the individual.
All right. And is that normal, though, to get something very lack thereof communication?
Oh, yeah. I mean, not every time you're going to get a direct hit, shall we say, of who you want to, or it might be other spirits coming in. And that's sometimes where you have to listen and say, what are these other spirits saying? They may be speaking on behalf of that spirit you're trying to get a hold of. So we have to kind of, look at it in many different facets.
All right, we've got about 4.5 minutes here before we got to go to break. At the top of the hour, Bill Hauser, live Ghost Box Sessions, is our guest tonight on Spaced Out Radio. So, Bill, when you have that situation where someone is freshly passed over, have you been able to, through a lot of your experiences, been able to determine whether or not a spirit even knows how to communicate after being freshly crossed over?
Well, if it's within the last 24 hours, shall we say, it would, I think, depend on the individual, how their energy was in life, especially near their time of passing away. So crossing over, they could adapt quite well in that. So, but other spirits, maybe not. So you have to look at it in those aspects.
Interesting. We're just at that crossroads right now where we could start another one. However, we may run out of time. A lot of people, Bill, will say that, by the way, here's April's responses for Christoph. She heard, hello, Jarrett. It was well, you want well, yes. C equals peace. Don't know what that means. Everything. A doll. Of course I am. When you ask if you're okay. And the word awesome. She thinks it was a clumsy ghost. Oh, that beautiful little April. Beautiful little April. Of course. So that's a response we got there. And,
okay.
A little bit different from what I had heard, but that's okay. That's what it's all about. But it also brings up a good question, and I know I ask you this question quite a bit, okay, sometimes, is about audio pareidolia.
Mm-hmm. Well, what you hear might be different from what April heard, for example, or in the case of somebody who's looking in on this tonight would be skeptical and think it's just all the random noise of the radio and you're just sort of making sense out of something you've asked. So you have all these different opinions, and to be quite honest with you, the skeptics, I've heard their thing many times before, but the people I don't like the most when it comes to all this are the closed-minded. No matter what you say to them, they're just going to be closed-minded, or they may come up with something else that you shouldn't be doing this, or
right.
Religious connotations to it. So quite frankly, the skeptics, they're going to look at it. But, when I'm way up where you are and I'm still getting responses where I shouldn't be, I should be just getting all static.
Exactly.
Very little radio stations. That's something that they have a tough time explaining now.
Absolutely. And for people who know that I live way out in the middle of nowhere, literally nowhere. All right. We got like one FM radio station that comes through. And when you're able to pick up that FM station, it's very easy to be able to, decipher between what is coming through on the radio and what isn't. And that is always very interesting. Quick question coming in from A. Bauman, who is asking, is there any way to use a police scanner for this?
Scanner radios have been used where they've been modified to scan continuously at different bands. If you have a multi-band scanner, radio scanner, shall we say. So, people have experienced other bands of radio, shortwave to long wave. Well, long wave doesn't really apply too much in North America. But however, they have experimented with different frequencies, with different types of radio setups.
Awesome. Bill, I'm going to get you to snuggle on up in your seat, and the rest of our audience do the same, because we are going to go to break here at the top of the hour. And when we come back, we're going to try more live Ghost Box sessions with your questions coming on up. I do have a few already in the lineup, and we will get to them as much as we can. So stay tuned. More live Ghost Box sessions with Bill Hauser, paranormal investigator out of Vancouver, British Columbia, coming up live here on Spaced Out Radio and on our wonderful YouTube channel, youtube.com/Spaced Out Radio. Stay tuned. More SOR after this. All right, Bill, I am going to, as you know, and you've seen firsthand, I usually have to take my dogs out at the top of the hour for the breaks because I can hear them starting to whine at the door. So would you like to talk to the audience, or should I play some commercials for them on YouTube?
I would play some commercials there because I got to step out too myself. So,
all right, we'll be right back here.
To our website and click on the SOR Vault. You have a variety of cool logos to choose from and put them on anything you want. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, coffee mugs, you name it, we can get it to you. So do your shopping by supporting the store you love. Get your Spaced Out Radio swag at the SOR Vault today.
Hello, space travelers. It's me again, Carl. Don't forget to join the Space Travelers Club for just $5 a month and follow Spaced Out Radio on Twitter at Spaced Out Radio. Our Instagram, Dave Scott SOR. Our Facebook page is Spaced Out Radio Show. Our archives are free at youtube.com/Spaced Out Radio. Come woo it up with Spaced Out Radio today. Bye!
For the price of 1 cup of coffee a month, you can become an SOR Space Traveler. The Space Travelers Club is a place where you can interact with other listeners, either live during the show or on our great forum. We want your stories, pictures, comments, and ideas. You'll get live video streams, exclusive content, and be a part of our newsletter. Stay in touch with everything SOR. The Space Travelers Club is just $5 a month at spacedoutradio.com.
We're taking Sunday nights out of this world on Spaced Out Radio. This is Michael W. Hall, also known as the Paranormal Lawyer. Together, we're going to go on an exciting journey into the unknown. I'm going to bring you some of the best interviews in the paranormal and supernatural to start your new week off on a freaky note. So tune in to Spaced Out Sundays with me, Michael W. Hall, only on spacedoutradio.com.
I'm feeling a little spicy tonight. What to do?
Why not get Bumblefuck?
4 million Scoville units of pure hard rock. Bumblefoot hot sauces come in 3 flavors. The burning Bumble. Tone it down a bit with Bumblicious and throw the sauce on everything.
Spice it up. Bumble me, baby. Bumblefoot hot sauce. Get it today at kajans.com.
Looking for creative ways to get your company out in the public? How about advertising on Spaced Out Radio? Our sales department is waiting to hear from you, and we can work around any budget. From commercial spots to banners to special promotions, there are many opportunities to get your name and product out to our SOR listeners. For a price guide and more information, please contact us at sales@spacedoutradio.com.
Get your horns up with me on Spaced Out Radio. This is Ron Bumblefoot Thal. Come tune in to SOR where you can hear me rock out with Little Brother Is Watching, the official theme song of Spaced Out Radio. And then come on over to bumblefoot.com where you can find out about my tour schedule, my music, and everything else. Bumblefoot.com keeps you up to date on what I'm doing and the best way to stay in touch with my music and music camps. Sign up for my newsletter at bumblefoot.com and remember, Little Brother Is Watching.
Hey everyone, I'm John Edwards.
And I'm Stacey Edwards. Together we're taking over Saturday nights on Spaced Out Radio, where we're going to bring our own experiences of the paranormal and talk to the best people we can find to help bring you answers to your strange tales.
We're here to entertain your need for weekend woo! So tune us in at spacedoutradio.com starting at 9:06 Pacific, 12:06 a.m. Eastern, where we can all get a little spooky together.
Spaced Out Saturday nights right here at spacedoutradio.com.
Yeah, I'm back, Dave.
Me too.
Hi, this is Amber Beckrud, and I want to invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we store all of the SOR show.
Let's turn that off. Hi, everyone. How you all doing? How y'all doing? What did I tell you, Bomb? Hey, Carl, there is an open mic. Come visit us. Oh, yeah. We got a couple people asking for Carl now.
Some alien contacts.
Yeah. Well, Science Bob wants to hear from Carl.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll come out. Actually, we got a couple more questions here. We usually save Carl right for the end. See if we can communicate with him. Oh, there we go. Get my hair out of the way. Got my hair out of the way. How y'all doing, YouTube? You guys having a good time tonight?
Enjoying the show?
I hope so. I hope so. Having to stare at this ugly mug there all night long. Ugh. Feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
I would like to get Pepsi to sponsor me.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Absolutely. Would love Pepsi.
Tell them you'll plaster their decals and posters and signage everywhere.
Absolutely. Pepsi, if you're listening, I'm a fan. I am a fan. We got about 1 minute, Bill.
Okay.
Do. I love me some Bumblefoot. Love me some Bumblefoot. For those of you who are, and I get this question quite a bit. For those who are wondering what our theme song is, it is called Little Brother Is Watching by Ron Bumblefoot Thal on the album from the same title that came out in 2015. And we absolutely love our relationship with Ron Bumblefoot Thal in allowing us to use his music. He is so talented. His current band is Sons of Apollo, formerly of Guns N' Roses. And yeah, very, very talented dude and just a fantastic guy as well. So do me a favor. Go check out his music. Give his YouTube channel a like. Maybe download some of his songs because they're pretty awesome. They are pretty awesome. And everybody that we've introduced to his music is like, holy cow, this is awesome. Yeah. Yeah, we know. Here we go.
Follow Dave on Twitter at Spaced Out Radio and on Facebook, Spaced Out Radio Show.
Hour number 2 of Spaced Out Radio is underway tonight. I am your host, Dave Scott. Thank you so much for joining us. We want to say hello to everyone listening in on our terrestrial affiliates, KZAX 94.9 FM in Bellingham, Washington, KDUN AM 1030 in Reedsport, Oregon, in Ridgecrest, California, Chuck and the crew at KZFX 93.7 FM, WQEE 99.1 FM in Noonan, Georgia, and UPRN 107.7 FM in New Orleans. On the digital side, we're proud to broadcast on Kingdom of Nye Radio and Revolution Radio. As of next Monday, we're going to have a 24/7 stream of Spaced Out Radio, so please stay tuned for that. Remember, you can check out all of our archives for free or watch us live on YouTube at youtube.com/Spaced Out Radio. The only thing I ask for in return is hit that subscribe button. The Desert Clam has set the password for tonight in the SOR Space Travelers Club. Basilican. Basilican is your password. Use it wisely, Space Travelers, as the Clam sets a password each and every night right here on Spaced Out Radio. Our website is spacedoutradio.com, where we have a plethora of features for you, including rocking out to Bumblefoot and reading up on Captain Shirk's SOR Newswire. Tonight, as we do every couple of months, we have Bill Hauser coming on in for live Ghost Box sessions. Bill is a paranormal investigator out of Vancouver, British Columbia, who specializes in using the Ghost Box to communicate with the other side. Bill, thank you so much for joining us again tonight. How are you?
I'm doing very well, Dave, and yourself?
I am fantastic, man. Fantastic. It's always good to have you on here, and I always appreciate you taking the time for our audience as well. So thank you so much for doing that. And we're going to continue on with the live Ghost Box here. And we're going to
thank you, Dave.
Oh, yeah. Well, we always appreciate that. Always appreciate it. I'll give you a little.
Awesome.
I'll give you a little Bill Hauser clap right there. Right there. That's what we love to do. That's what we love to do.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
I know Chuck is hanging out listening. Probably got a glass of Shiraz with him or something like that. Or Chardonnay. He's a wine guy. You can tell. He's a wine guy. You know, watching the UFOs fly over. So let's check it on out. Let's go to our next question here. This one from Nikki. And Nikki is asking, Bill, what's the name of the being who keeps coming to visit me? So we're trying to find out the name of a being for Nikki.
Okay. Hello. I have Nikki listening in. She wants to know the entity, the being that keeps coming into where she lives. What is the name of that entity? Does someone know? The entity that keeps visiting Nikki. What's the name of that entity? Do you know? Are you able to tell me? Nikki wants to know. Why does that being stay around her place, Nikki's place? You know why? So what's its name? What's the name of that entity then? Do you have a message for Nikki? What message do you have for her? Anything else that she needs to know? Nikki, is there anything that Nikki needs to know?
Sure.
About that entity? Friend or foe? Okay, well, thank you for communicating.
All right. Perfect.
All right. Yeah, that was very interesting. The replies and stuff.
All right. This one I got right off the bat. I got hi. Hold me. Bill, is that you? Then a male voice asks for details, and then you need more. And then over here, over kill, over Bill, over something. Couldn't make it out. And then I agree. And then a female said, we're curious. And then down, Spice, I'm here. Then when you asked if anybody was here, there was sure and hey love. That's what I got. All right. A. Bauman on YouTube got Tommy right off the bat. And then off, Connie over Bill. Just pray. Go. I heard the name Nikki. He says, or she says, I'm not sure. Bob heard that too. I can't get it. Corey got Ralph. I see you over there. Angela, Patrick, Burgess, Motive. Yes. Superior. Lost. Wait. Not lost weight. Lost. And then wait. Come down. Life, Pete, please. Stand on it. No. Sure. Soup. Wait. Mix up. All right. So Sandra got Nikki, Holdy, probably, he's, details, one, I can't, over, I could accept, could hear you, wait, whole or hot, get on it, sure, so, love. Nikki got Odysseus, or Odysseus, smoke, up, what, Simon, hope, help, Wolgan, Jessup, Wilbrook, Carday, it, mute, up, nope, no. So, details, wait, that, oh, wait, what, sit up, I can't, it's, nope, a vegan degree, is there such a thing, Nikki? A vegan degree, really? Over Bill, oh, that was nice, that's confirmation. Look up, berserk, not it, oh, just for 8, yes, I'm here, it's a period of help, oh, wait for help, mood, down, damn, mice, plague, computers, effect, dude, what's up, Nikki? No, sure, no, go, kind. And more than that. Let's see what else. April's usually good for some. And she got ask, holy, logos, Bith, details, vegan, over there, Angelo, set, love, the period of, damn, life, hot spirit, not sure, so, soap, and Lisa. So that's what got passed there, which is always cool. And yes, hopefully that helps Nikki on out just a little bit before we continue on with our next question. This one will come from YouTube for our listener, Chris, who is asking about Emmerich. Emmerich,
okay.
Emmerich? Yeah.
Hello. I have Chris listening in. He wants to know about Emmerich. Emmerich, are you there? You doing okay? I have Chris listening in. Maybe you have a message for you, Emmerich. What would be your message, Emmerich?
That's out.
What would you like to tell Chris, Emmerich? You have a message of importance? Emmerich? You doing good over there, Emmerich? Do you have anything of importance you want to tell Chris? It's your opportunity. Emmerich? Are you happy? I know I keep asking you that. What's it like on the other side, Emma? Can you tell me? I think Chris would want to know too. Any message in final, Emmerich, to Chris? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye.
All right. This is what I got for Chris. And I got hello, hey you. And then it took me a while to grab another word, and that came out as loud. And then in almost like a Transformers type voice when you ask how you doing, I got love it. It's a while and love me. All right. Let's see here. What else everyone has?
Think of it. Those are very positive responses.
Very much so. Very much so. So let's check these on out here. And let's go over to YouTube with Bauman here. All right. Pick up on me. Dark. Let me out. Lust. Oh, little pervy there. Little pervy. We're dead. The one. Hi. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. All right. Sandra got hi. What's up? That's out. Cut. Dave. Hug. Want it. Tee off. Work. Death. Email. Hybrid. Is it? Beside the union. Brother and devil. Now here's Nikki. For you, Chris. We do this show specifically for Nikki because she's amazing at this. For Emmerich. She said, look up, quit it, help, 8, quiet, this way. Nothing's happening. We are, you are. Boyfriend, Merc deny. Pass out, Merc can't help you. Doggone it, wash it, neck, sigh. Corn, big, up, next time. Time, sorry, Joe, what it. Broke, I am, please, sorry. Help me, or me help. What have, Japanese, books, no, higher, word. Athena, yes, I want to. It's a whelp, garbage, sick, up, back there. Human, beside it, we up, fine, all, yes, we have you. Give love, please. Open up, goodbye. It's times for me. Interesting. April got this. What's up? Hello, Pete. Blank up. For what? Cool. Tap out. What? Use. You see why? What? Holy? Whatever. Water. Think out loud. Chris. He on. Work. Then. What? He a womb? What side of? Yeah. Be happy. Good boy. Good boy. All right. Interesting comments here. So I hope that helped you out, Chris. Oh, yes. Here's Corns. What up? Yes, I am. I heard that. Go. Do it. Hey, put it up. Akashic. He's big. Well off. Life seek out. Come back. Tee off. Nasty. Hello. Word says. Coffee. The well. Bridget Blue. You have it. That's all right. And Chris Scott. Hello. Dave. Sure. Yeah. Pass. Out. Digging. Stuck. Passed out. Wife. Good. Fine. Coming to end. Save. Happy. No. Worked it. Done. Any problem. Well, I hope that worked out for you, Chris. Really do. You know. So, yeah. We'll rock and roll from there. We got about 5 minutes here, Bill, before we got to go to break. Or 4 minutes, pardon me, before we got to go to break at the bottom of the hour. And I don't know if you want to start another one or you just want to chit-chat and answer some questions here. I'll leave that up to you.
Chit-chat. Anybody has any interesting questions that I might be able to help answer?
All right. Oh, I got one for you. Here. What about animals? Are you able to communicate with animals? Like, say, if you wanted to communicate with one of my deceased dogs from over the years. All right. Would it come? I mean, now we know that dogs can't communicate via English. All right. We know that. How would that go across?
Well, my experience has been I had a situation where I was in this park where there was no dogs, and I was doing some recordings with the ghost box use, and I actually picked up some random dog barks that sounded like they were right very close to me. And of course, there was no dogs in the general vicinity at the time. And so I would have to kind of think that possibly it came through on the ghost box. But, you know, you're going to have those that say possibly not and say, well, whatever. But, you know, I mean, yeah, they're going to have a tough time being able to communicate, but we're going to recognize a bark or a meow or a cat or any other animal or a grunt from a gorilla for all we know. And so, yeah, I mean, they can get your attention through the ghost box. I think it would be still come down to you and say that was your pet. Is that telepathic if they were able to give you a message or something that's only for you to hear?
Right.
Yeah, so. But they would get your attention if you're on a ghost box if they wanted to. So that could easily be done.
Absolutely. And that's the tough part, is trying to figure that out, especially for people who are doing this for the first time.
Yeah, you kind of have to, if you experience something like that, have to kind of rule out, okay, is there any dog in the general vicinity, you know, that's living that may have barked, or an echo from the back alley of, say, a home or something like that. So you have to kind of rule out any of those first before you can actually say it came from the ghost box as such.
I get you. So, I mean, here's another possibility when it comes to pets. Will they have any sort of spirit guide that answers for them?
That goes back to with humans, other spirits speaking on their behalf. So that could, I would say, be possible. You know, a higher entity or whatever that could speak in English or something like that we would understand. Yeah, that could be possible.
Do we even know if pets have spirit guides?
Well, I'm sure if you look at the bigger picture when it comes to the spirit world and protector spirits and all that, I'm sure to some degree they're watching over our loved one pets,
right?
That are domesticated pets, so they're not like a wild animal. It would be different with a wild animal. So,
right.
Yeah, I would say so. But I mean, there's so much we don't know. That's the thing, right?
Oh, that's the hard part. That's the hard part is trying to figure it on out and see what is really out there. Because in the end, we really do not know. We really do not know.
Yeah, in a case like that, you kind of have to go with your gut feeling, how you feel about it, and so on. So let that kind of guide you through the way with what you might have heard. And of course, with any ghost box sessions, always record so you can listen back after.
All right, Bill Hauser is here with live ghost box sessions. We're going to continue with your questions right after this on the Mighty SOR. We'll be back with more Spaced Out Radio right after this. All right. I'll be back in like 2 seconds. I just have to blow my nose. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, I hope you're all enjoying the show tonight. It's been a very interesting time with the different sessions for the different listeners. So this is kind of, if you're first time listening in, this is kind of how it goes between them. They give a question or contact of somebody that they want me to get a hold of a person. So this is how it works. So this is all part of that spirit communications aspect. And being on radio with audio, it works quite well. So hopefully you'll see what's kind of happens with this type of spirit technology, shall we say, supposed to, anything real nuts and bolts. So yeah, the radio's kind of the bridge that we gap to the other side, and then it's our energy. So it's us. I always say the contact field. It's us working with that radio.
It's always us. Always us.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's all part of us and our contact.
Well, where did Bill go? Why did I get signed out of Skype? Oh, goddamn Skype. Thank you, Microsoft. Oh, yeah. Now, what's the password? I think that's it. Oh, God, I hate Skype. The little lessons that you learn as things go on. Yeah, Microsoft decided to sign me out, Bill.
Oh, okay. I thought something, technical was happening here. So
No, that was completely Microsoft's fault. We could blame the ghosts and everything like that, but not really worth it. Not really
in this
worth
case,
it.
Software.
Yeah, Microsoft. Let's just blame them.
Yeah. They suck.
Question for you from Bauman. Bill, have you tried to talk to text with your ghost box?
Talk to text. Well, I think you'd have to have some kind of intermediary software with some kind of voice recognition, would believe, to allow that to work. To be honest with you, it's more about the audio and listening to the radio for me. And so, I mean, that's an interesting question, no question about it. So maybe there is an app out there, but I have not used such a thing. So I find voice recognition can be kind of iffy. So that type of software that converts to text.
Interesting. All right. Let's see here. We got like 3 minutes left, man. 3 minutes.
Well, I'm looking forward to going back up to 108 Heritage Ranch this summer on July.
Oh, yeah.
I think that'll be a great time again to do that. So, yeah, it'll be awesome.
I'm looking forward to it, man. We had such a positive response with you, and I know Mark and Tara are excited about you coming back up here and getting involved with the tour, and then we'll take you out to Flight 21 and see what can happen
was awesome.
there. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that was very interesting. I still remember that kind of creepy laugh over the radio. That was weird.
That one was way weird. And then what's really cool, YouTube fans, if you're wondering, Flight 21 is Canada's largest unsolved mass murder that happened about 30 miles from my town. A plane blew up in like 1965 with a bomb on board, killed like 52, 53 people. And it's still unsolved. So we went there and did a paranormal investigation quietly, and Bill brought his ghost box there. And what was really cool is we actually had a lady's name come through the ghost box, and when we looked it up after we got back into civilization where there was internet signal, we were able to confirm that that lady, the name that we got, was actually on the flight.
Yeah, it was on the passenger list, so yeah, that's just amazing.
I
believe it was
Simpson.
Cool. Yeah, her last name was Simpson.
Yeah, Simpson. Laura Simpson or something like that.
Yeah, she was from the Yukon or, somewhere up north.
Way
anyway,
up there.
So.
Way up there.
Yeah. You said there was some kind of a connection there between with your better half, so
for
and
sure.
her father. Yeah, so that was interesting.
Yeah. He remembered them flying in goods into the small communities when he was a bush pilot up there. Flying in
even back in those days, the North was still a small community, even if it was spread out there, and people would know each other from other communities.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, buddy, we got about 30, 40 seconds left here. Final commercial. All right, hold on.
And everything
10 seconds.
Let's learn together on Spaced Out Radio Sunday with myself, Michael W. Hall, the paranormal lawyer at spacedoutradio.com.
All right, music's about to come back on. Music's on. We passed the halfway point of Spaced Out Radio tonight. I am your host, Dave Scott, sitting in the captain's chair of SOR headquarters. Thank you so much for joining us live. We want to remind you that if you want to watch this YouTube broadcast live, or you want to check out all of our archives for free, go to youtube.com/Spaced Out Radio. The only thing we ask for in return is hit that subscribe button. Thumbs up as well to our videos. Our website is spacedoutradio.com, where we have a plethora of features for you, including rocking out to Bumblefoot and reading up on Captain Shirk's SOR Newswire. We are continuing on with the live Ghostbox sessions tonight on Spaced Out Radio, as we have Bill Hauser, a paranormal investigator from Vancouver, British Columbia. Very big name in the ITC community. And Bill, we're always glad when you are here.
Yeah, Dave, thank you very much for having me on. It's been awesome so far.
Not a problem. Not a problem whatsoever. All right. Let's see. I'm going to leave this question to your discretion, Bill. Okay?
Okay.
And this is from Susan. She is asking if her deceased father, W.D. Place, that's his name, W.D. Place, knows what her sister is doing with the inheritance. She is not doing what he wanted done as per his will. Now, I don't know if that's a little too personal for you, or if you want to get into that on the air. I'm going to leave that one up to your discretion.
Well, that's a touchy one there. That's dealing with, internal matters of that family. So I would tend to veer away from that tonight. That would be something that you'd want to probably pursue, maybe through a medium, as my recommendation. To be honest with you, I don't like going too far into those kind of personal questions.
Right. Now, is that something Susan could contact you privately?
Possibly, yeah. We could set up maybe that we do a Skype session or whatever on it, and do like a half-hour session on what's concerning her with her family.
Yeah, let's do that instead. And so, Susan, you can hook up with Bill on Facebook, and you guys can maybe try and figure something out there, because I just don't want your personal stuff like that coming in on the air.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
For the world to hear, because it's there forever. And so, all right, we've had a couple people ask about Carl. Now, for those who don't know who Carl is my big-headed gray alien that likes to come around every couple of years and scare the bejesus out of me. Only ran into him twice. Only once I've seen him. But I'll tell you, it is a little weird when that happens. So what do you say that we try and get a hold of Carl?
Okay.
You lost her.
Carl! Dave Scott's listening in. You have a message for Dave. Carl.
It's dry.
Carl, are you near Dave Scott's area right now? Up near 100 Mile House? Are you still assigned to keep an eye on him?
What's yours?
Carl, what is your mission? Is it to exclusively watch over Dave and report back?
Sure. It's like.
Carl, you must have a message for Dave. I'm sure you have something you'd like to tell him.
That's been.
You're welcome to do it, Carl. What message do you have for him? What would be your message, Carl? Where are you right now, Carl? Did you tell me? Are you close to where Dave Scott is? Near his home? You have something you want to tell him? Carl? What are your plans? Or if you're not allowed to tell me, what maybe you want to do in the future? You care to share, Carl? Okay, we thank you for communicating, Carl. Goodbye.
I was going to try and jump in there with you and see if he'd play the Close Encounters theme song again.
Well, we could certainly try that.
Well, next time.
Okay.
Next time. All right. It was weird because right off the bat, I heard this real creepy, like, metallic voice almost go, Davy. Then you lost her just like that. Not to tell. Then I heard part of my real last name again.
Wow.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, like the first half. It's my nickname that all my sports buddies call me. You know how they always...
Now that's something that... Yeah. That's between you and your buddies there. Not too many people would know that.
No, that was actually kind of cool. And then I heard... then right after that, I heard Carl. And then no, not at all. And then that same type of voice say, coming. And then Carl. And then a female voice says, he's gone. Hand him. And when you asked, do you care to share? I heard, I do. All right. Sandra got Carl. You ask her. Wait for me. I don't know. Dead end. Unlock. I'm watching. Oh, thanks, Sandra. Thank you, Sandra. It's like, never. Dave, don't shoot me. No. On and off. He's there. Dave. Heartache and ending. Well, of course, I'm going to save Nikki's paragraph right for the end. Let's see. Corey got, wear a spiked hat. Really? Corey? Really? For me, right there, sure is. No, I'm trying to catch it. Yes, Dave, I do. Remember, you shall see. Not far off. You've got to take it. Strong and help. Bauman got, sure is. Laugh, Dave. Go ahead. Just got caught. He did. End it, Dave. Enoch. Esidic. Okay. Let's get to, let's see. April's usually good for something here. Watch him. Sure. It's like wheat. No. Hi. Nobody. Should be. You good? Dave's. Zaha. Wrong. Hot ass. Get his. And he's a D. We'll just leave it at that. Let's get to Nikki. Yeah, there was a lot of communication here with Carl tonight. All right, Nikki got, hey, what's up? Carl, what's up? What's the back, the bring, the freak? It's diamonds, it's numbers. Which it? Damn, we are good by, I think, 95 points. Who got 95 points tonight? Transfer, I know Dave specifically. Dave, insurance, me on it. Laughing, we are. What's it? That's when Winko, me, tiny voice, nobody. Then Den, listen. It's Shalezi. Belt on the belt, wishing near. I said Dave, going up. Halo, music, what the hell? Madness, stalling. Maybe, baby. In it or can it? Bag it. General, we, girl, he's a dick. What's up? Just up. He's up. Gone. It. Very cool. Very, very cool. Few people heard the word Dave. Nikki's like, Dave, there's so much more in this one than some of the others. Wow. I'm a little blown away. Carl was talking, but we need that confirmation next time with the whatchamacallit?
Third encounters?
Yeah, let's see if we can get the close encounters of the third kind again. That was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really cool. All right. What we haven't done tonight while we're waiting, I know there's a few in here that I think I have missed, especially on the YouTube chat. And I'm just scrolling back here to see if it actually works. I'm looking. Shar is asking if there are any messages in general for her.
Okay. I have Shar listening in. She wants to know, is there any special message for her from the spirit world? Is there a message for Shar there? Is there a message for Shar? Something important, maybe? What would you like to tell Shar? Would you like to tell Shar a message? She's listening in. There's something of importance you want to tell Shar right now. She can hear. Okay, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye.
All right.
Okay.
I got a few there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got, right off the bat, I got halberd, which is kind of like almost like a spear type thing with like an axe handle on the top of it. I got message. Say what? It was funny because the one voice, male voice, said, say what? And then this female one says, what? And then a gentleman says, what? And then on a journey, we have, I love you. And the message, focus on the kids. Focus on the kids. All right.
Yeah, that's a very important message.
Yes. All right, let's see what else. Nikki got, it's giving it, folded Dave, yes. Yes, message, hi, it's up. What's up, Casa Bookie? Have it now, 4, sneak it. What dream? Whoa, that? Who back? Off the egg. If it's up to you, message, voice it up. I'll take it. All of it. Zebo, what's here? Yeah, Nicole. Afraid of it all? Hope it does. They're gone. What's that? Chewbacca? I don't think she had a relative named Chewbacca. Or Chewback. Think right now, back. We are now see the back. Giordon. Mead. All I have to do. Sorry, good, we good. Think Vesper now 15. All right. Let's see what everyone else got here. April. April got customs. Say what? 7. He's here. Yeah. Positive. Yeah. She is insomnia or insama. It's hope I have. Hey, Steph, listen. All right. Let's see if there's any more around here. Any more? Just waiting. Oh. Hello, Jeannie Deer Healer. In the YouTube chat. Just joining us. I think that's about it for that one, Bill.
Okay.
Right, I think that's about it. And we got about just over 4 minutes here before we got to go to break at the top of the hour. Now, a lot of these words that are coming through, they seem to many to be pretty basic type words that we are trying to put together in search of meaning. How thorough does the listener have to be who is receiving the message in order to, maybe not get their hopes up, but because you don't want them to hear something just for the sake of hearing it. You know what I'm saying, Bill?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of one words being said out there in the ether, and so I tend to always stick to it as you go back to intelligent response and look at, the question I pose to what they've told me maybe and the relative aspects of that. So, yeah, you look at those, maybe it might come into 2, maybe 3 words. So you look for those small phrases.
Right. Yeah, that's a tough part. See, and that's probably where I go wrong a little bit with this is I try and edit it out a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't, but I'm trying to find patterns in the words. That's at least what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times we're focused on those little one words, and it kind of, it might have something important or maybe not. So, yeah, I mean, I look for little phrases, 2 to 3 words, little sentences like that could give an intelligent response.
Absolutely. So when those intelligent responses come through, they may not actually be what we want them to be. It's going to be what Spirit wants us to hear, correct?
Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, they have free will at their end, so they can tell us whatever. But however, if it's important enough, they'll tell something that's meaningful, if it's a meaningful question.
Okay, meaningful how?
Well, like Shar, an important message, and then one of the listeners heard about her children, focus on the children, I believe, or something in those lines. So, yeah, I mean, that is important to her, and so, yeah, I would listen to those kind of responses, and, to be honest with you, yeah, something that's going to be meaningful.
Very interesting.
Basically, what's meaningful for one is not so meaningful for the other to listen in, but, you look for those kinds of little things.
Right. Absolutely. And that's something that I think as someone who gets messages, trying to always communicate with Carl, and that is pretty much what I would say is, be your own worst critic. Just don't think that every word means something that people are hearing. Try and find the patterns that sound more correct. Would that be okay to say, Bill?
Yeah, to a degree. I mean, yeah, like I say, I always go back to, you got to look at the intelligent response and measure it that way. That's kind of how I sort of filter through a lot of the one words. Those one words might have meaning, but might be in another area. So you kind of have to put that off to the side and look for those little patterns of 2 to 3 words kind of thing.
Bill, I'm going to get you to hold on right there because we're going to go to break for the top of the hour. We got Bill Hauser for another 30 minutes on Spaced Out Radio before we get to the SOR Newswire and the Thought of the Day. Stay tuned. Your questions next on Live Ghost Box Sessions with Bill. All right, Bill, we got 2 coming in from YouTube after this from Ross and Jeannie.
Okay. I'm going to have to excuse myself to grab a little bit of water there, and then I'll be back.
I'm going to run and take my pups outside. I'll be right back.
What to do?
Okay.
Why not get Bumblefuck?
4 million Scoville units of pure hard rock. Bumblefoot hot sauces come in 3 flavors. The burning Bumble. Tone it down a bit with Bumblicious and throw the sauce on everything.
Spicing up. Bumble me, baby. Bumblefoot hot sauce. Get it today at kajans.com.
Hello, space travelers. It's me again, Carl. Don't forget to join the Space Travelers Club for just $5 a month and follow Spaced Out Radio on Twitter at Spaced Out Radio. Our Instagram, Dave Scott SOR. Our Facebook page is Spaced Out Radio Show. Our archives are free at youtube.com/Spaced Out Radio. Come woo it up with Spaced Out Radio today. Bye!
We're taking Sunday nights out of this world on Spaced Out Radio. This is Michael W. Hall, also known as the Paranormal Lawyer. Together, we're going to go on an exciting journey into the unknown. I'm going to bring you some of the best interviews in the paranormal and supernatural to start your new week off on a freaky note. So tune in to Spaced Out Sundays with me, Michael W. Hall, only on spacedoutradio.com.
Okay, I'm back there.
The party is always on.
Water.
The Moose
When you do talk radio, your
The Moose
voice
Vancouver
gets a
is
little
where
strained.
you want to be when visiting Canada's West Coast. Open until 2 a.m. nightly, the Moose cranks up the rock while serving
I'd
some of the
encourage the
best
people
rated
from the
food in the city.
YouTube live.
The menu
If you
starts
want, you
at
can go check out
$6.95. Why party
the
anywhere
best
else
way
in
to find me on
when the Moose
Google
is
is just
right
put
there?
in Chan
Get your
Dewey
horns up and
or
rock with
Bill
the
Hauser,
Moose, the
aka
official
Chan
party
Dewey,
bar of Spaced Out
and
Radio.
you'll get a lot of stuff on me on there.
We're adding
I
to
have
entertainment online for Spaced Out
site,
Radio.
basically
I'm
I call
Amber
it my
Becker,
audio
and I wanna invite
library,
you
and
to
then I
subscribe
also
to our
do a little
YouTube channel and
podcast
check out
occasionally
Tales,
where
where I
I'm
will take
doing
you on a journey
some
into some of the
interesting
strangest
shows
legends
and
and lore
stuff
from
where I
around the
get
world.
questions from
Relaying the
listeners,
stories to you
and
of the strange
yeah,
creatures
so
and
it's kind of
experiences
cool
that
the
people
way
have
I
had
do it.
throughout
So
time.
it's
You can
only a
find
half hour, so it's very short, but it's fun, and
Spaced Out
I enjoy
Radio.
doing
And while
it
you're there,
occasionally.
don't forget to
Maybe
check
I'll
out
do
our
it
free
once or
archives
twice a
and
month.
leave a
So
comment. See
yeah,
you
I
there.
encourage you to listen to them. And the audio files are great.
We are
because a lot of them are
scouring the world for
highlights,
the
so
most
they're
intriguing stories of
interesting,
your day.
fast responses.
Take the time to
So
read
it's
up on
really
the
cool.
SOR
You can
Newswire,
listen to,
where
and there's
our
many
team,
different
led by
kinds of
Captain
radios
Sharp,
that I
will
use. So
deliver to you some
you
of
can
the
hear the
best
difference
paranormal
between
and
different
supernatural
radios.
news, along with some stories that will blow your mind from the weird to the wacky. It's the news outside the news that piques interest, and that's what we're looking to deliver to you. The SOR Newswire, only at spacedoutradio.com.
Looking for creative ways to get your company out in the public? How about advertising on Spaced Out Radio?
Actually,
Our sales
well,
department is waiting to hear from you.
right now I'm going to give you a little demonstration.
From
Here's the
commercial
radio when
spots
it's
to
not.
banners to special promotions, there are many
And it's not
opportunities
being
to
hooked
get
up
your
to the
name and
speaker,
product
it's just
out
the radio
to
by
our
itself.
listeners.
So you have
For a
a
price guide
totally different sound to that radio now.
contact us.
But it has a very fast scan, so there you go. You can listen how fast it scans.
Hello everyone, this is Ryan Stacy from the Experiencer Support Association, otherwise known as TEST.
So that's a little demonstration for you there.
Bill, let me turn the commercials off first.
On the SOR site.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Was I talking to myself?
No, you're talking to YouTube, but I had the commercials playing over top of you.
Okay. Well, here's a little demonstration of the radio by itself playing with no echo effect speaker. So you can hear how it scans. It scans really fast. And you kind of go down to where you feel it's comfortable to listen to, and you got a volume on there. So that's kind of what it sounds like by itself.
That's cool. We got like 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
You know, I've been thinking about that Flight 21 there. You had 4 suspects that was in that article of the CBC there. And I think really it comes down to just 2 suspects, really. 2 that would be the most probable that I would think that would have done something like that.
You think so?
I think so. The other 2, not so much.
Well, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
All right, I just got to scroll back up in the YouTube side here so I can grab those questions. I'm just looking here so I don't miss them. All right, so we'll get to Ross and Jeannie. They will be... That'll probably take us to the bottom of the hour. Just writing these down.
Okay.
All right, we got about 45 seconds.
How's the weather up there? Have you had a lot of snow recently?
No, it's been the snow's been melting. I still got about 1.5 feet of snow in my backyard, and we're supposed to get more snow this week. Not much, but a little bit more. We go into ice season, so what it does is it melts during the day, then freezes overnight. So.
Yeah.
It gets a little bit of a dangerous out there. Like my driveway's got about 3 inches of ice on it right now.
Yeah, down here it's kind of the nighttime's being kind of really cold.
I'd like to connect
with that damp effect, the humidity.
Hold on, Bill. Here we go.
All your latest show info. Now back to Dave Scott and SOR.
We're underway in the third and final hour of Spaced Out Radio tonight. I am your host, Dave Scott. Thank you so much for joining on in tonight. We welcome back everyone listening in Bellingham, Washington, KZAX 94.9 FM, our newest affiliate, KZFX 93.7 FM in Ridgecrest, California, KDUN AM 1030 in Reedsport, Oregon, UPRN 107.7 FM in New Orleans, and down in Noonan, Georgia, WQEE 99.1 FM. On the digital side, we're proud to broadcast on Kingdom of Nye Radio and Revolution Radio. So make sure you check them on out. Don't forget, you can check out all of our archives for free or watch the show live at youtube.com/Spaced Out Radio. Give us a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. The Desert Clam has set the password for tonight in the SOR Space Travelers Club. Basilicon. Basilicon is your password. Use it wisely, Space Travelers, as the Clam sets the password each and every night right here on Spaced Out Radio. Our website is spacedoutradio.com. where we have a plethora of features for you, including rocking out to Bumblefoot and reading up on Captain Shirk's SOR Newswire. For the final time tonight, we introduce Bill Hauser. He's out of Vancouver, British Columbia. He is a member of the ITC community, which means that he is all in when it comes to using the ghost box for communication with spirits and souls on the other side. Bill, thank you so much for joining us, my friend.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
Great to have you back. We're going to start off, and I think we can get a couple more in here. And we're going to start off with Ross on YouTube. Ross is asking to hear from his dear friend who departed a couple of years ago, named Johan Lewis. He wants to know if Johan is doing all right on the other side.
Oh, okay. I have Ross here. Wants to get a hold of Johan. Is Johan there? Do you have a message for Ross there, Johan? Ross is listening in. He wants to hear from you. Are you doing okay? Are you at peace there, Johan? What message would you have for him? Johan, for Ross. Have something of importance you want to say to Ross. You have?
Rotation.
What would you like to tell Ross there?
Parents and
You have? Pardon me, sorry. You have a message there? Excuse me. What's it like on the other side, Johan? Are you happy over there? I know Ross wants to know that you're doing okay.
Quite right.
Quite right. Well, that's good. What else would you like to tell Ross? Johan, what would you like to tell Ross? I know I keep pushing it, but he wants to know. Who's this? Is this you, Han? Are you happy? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating. Bye.
All right. Perfect. I got Roger, hello, right off the bat. And then when he asked about Ross, I got like him. And when he asked if we were available to chat for Johan, I got available, then grounded. And when he asked what it was like on the other side, I got incredible. Certainly do. Handle it. And then as soon as handle it, you jumped on quite right. So that's what I got there. All right, let's see what else other people. April got peace, like you, peace, peace, love, peace, peace, peace. Incredible, rotation, herrings, have, easy, hope, long, he at, good, I am good, quite right. Hello, you hand. It's in service, no, and trumpets. Don't know what trumpets have it to do with it, but, you know, it's all good.
Is that the word trumpets or hearing?
I think hearing
maybe
trumpets.
Okay.
All right, let's race through what Nikki has to say here. Easy, it's back, dude. Just a minute. Planet Gordy, yes. Lock him, get him. We are the time. Right, would you, dang it, medic, have boys available? Sucks, bricks. Big spot, no, not here. Zone, incredible. Big, big two. Just how we are here, drunk with it. I can't. Rotator. What we are on it. Parents and Barbara meant whiz it. What's that, Rachel? We are long with it. He said it. What up? We're it. I think it's big. It's pretty. Magnet up, yes. Japanese language. We said no. Quite right. Whole spirit. Whole. How'd it go? He wants it. Rob. No. Dyed it. Ziegler. You. We. It's us first. Free. We are happy. No. Don't go. Go all. Okay. Cool. Very, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very cool. All right. Let's see what else we got here. And just kind of looking on over. See if anybody else came through with anything. I don't think so. I think we're all good. I think we're all good on that one. And, you know, we'll try and work in one, maybe two more. I think usually we end up doing, you know, we'll end up doing two. So let's check it on out. And we're going to go to Jeannie in YouTube land. And she is asking to see if her mom... or she's got a few family members here. Mom, Diane, Joey, and Michael are around. If any of them have anything to say. And it was the sound of trumpets, April says. The sound of trumpets she heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, for Jeannie here.
I have Jeannie listening in. She wants to hear from her mom. Her mother. Jeannie's mom, are you there? You see Joanne over there on the other side? Mom? You doing okay?
I feel it.
You feel it, oh.
Where is it?
Do you have a message for Jeannie?
No limits event.
How about you, Joanne? Do you have a message? Jeannie's mom, you doing good over there? You happy? How about you, Joanne? You like it over there? What would you like to tell Jeannie? And the other name was Michael, you said?
Yeah, Michael, Joey, Diane.
Joey. Diane. You have a message for Jeannie? You have something you'd like to tell Jeannie? Doing okay? Okay, we thank you for communicating. Bye.
All right. I got a few there. I got, right off the bat, I got, hi, sir, I do. Lenny, I feel it. No one answered that. Warning, the children. Miss you. Here, real good. Taunt me. I'm Fort. Watch out. How you doing? Hello, Kansas City. No, I'm on tight. Drugs. What I do? Pass it right. Incredible. You got me. Be lucky. That's what I got. Corey got yes, hi, hello, salute. I feel it. I have it. You have it. For this event counting, you come. I think coming tonight in the morning. Discover, keep down. You're great. Dance again. I'm 40, son or son. Watch her. You are lucid. The name Carl. Help. Hang on, please. He's coming. Lunch stop. Inside is better. Radio. Dave, you got this. Venus. Nikki got take it up. Up this time. Has that. Genie. Whirl it? I don't know. Has it? Hello. What? Mom? The look. 2-story. True story. I feel it. What's up? We got it. Eat good. We should. What is the event? Hole now. Scream. Ease up. Have a nalaga. No, I'm kidding. Give up. Month. Income. A month. Bother. It's up there. Jug the zig. Half truthful. What's that? Don't be. Jump it up. Corny bird. Haha. Son is big. What's big? Damn this. Here. What is here? Michael said it. Have it. I have to go. Hang on. Yep. Jacob. Stay. That's it. And up. How are you? Love you. I don't know. Big. Zergon. Wheeze. Not. Xena. A match. I'm tired. What's that? Jump Z it. All right. The interesting part about it is I got the word drugs, and Jeannie said that her nephew and brother OD'd.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. A. Bauman got us, Mom, too. Look, I feel it. Peace. Elizabeth, howdy. I did. Now, Ben, come on. Shoe there. Free. Wow. Carl, I'm full. Corny. Do what is much. This here. This is wow. Hang on, please. We did better. Come. Yes. Gesundheit. What for me? Awesome.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff there, man. A lot of stuff.
That energy, too, to that particular session was a lot different from the others. It just had a whole different vibe to it that I found, yeah, for me, I could really sense it.
Yeah, me too. Me too, as we got about 3.5 minutes before we gotta say goodnight to you, Bill Hauser, all the way from Vancouver, British Columbia. Yeah. So I think it's been a very, very good night. What stood out for you tonight, my friend?
Well, I would say a lot of the sessions stood out, all unique. And then, of course, Carl, that was kind of cool, what he was saying, possibly. And, yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Hopefully some of the people with their questions that they had given to me tonight, that the people they wanted to hear, you recognize their voices. So if you do, that would be great. So,
all right, we should read what April got in the SOR Space Travelers Club. What's up?
Okay.
Yes. Hi. Salute. I feel it. Peace. I do. Now then, you're right. Horde must stop. Come on. Yes, I feel good. Corny. Son. What's that? Yeah. Who's that? Leave on 5th. Slush. And that's okay. All in all, a very, very positive night for messages.
Yeah, we haven't got anything real nasty come through or any bad language, so that's been really good.
Absolutely. And that's always positive when that happens, my friend, because sometimes things can get a little rowdy on this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they can drop all kinds of choice words, shall we say. So
yeah, unfortunately, we don't have enough time to restart the ghost box with anything, because I do have a couple people asking if we had time for one more, because we're only down to about 90 seconds here before we have to go. But don't worry, everyone. Bill will be back in May. It's usually the second Monday of every 2 months. So whatever, I don't have it on my calendar right now. Let me look it up for you here, Bill. Let me look it up, because we want Bill Hauser time here. We totally want Bill Hauser time, because we love Bill Hauser time around here. All right, 1 second here. There's the calendar. And it looks like it'll be May 11th. Monday, May 11th. You might as well pencil that one in, Bill.
Yep, I will do so.
For sure. So make sure you save your questions. Jeannie actually says, I thought I heard my brother's voice for real, Dave. That is awesome. That is awesome.
That's really good. I really like to hear that. So, yeah, it's pretty cool when that happens. And at the same time, it means a lot to each of you people tonight with your questions to me. So,
yes. Quickly, Nick wants to know if you ever get to Vancouver Island.
I go over there occasionally.
Bill loves the ferries. Bill loves the fairies.
Wow. Okay.
Bill Hauser, my good friend, thank you so much for once again coming on Spaced Out Radio and entertaining us with your live Ghost Box sessions. Always entertaining, always fun, always productive. And once again, you're always helping people, and keep up the great work, my friend.
Thank you, Dave, and it's been a great night.
Absolutely. Thank you to everybody participating tonight with Bill Hauser and his live Ghost Box sessions. I hope you were able to find some peace inside of the messages that were brought to you, because that's what we try and do. Coming up next, we have the SOR Newswire and the Thought of the Dave. Stay tuned for more Spaced Out Radio right after this. Good job, Bill Hauser.
Yes, that's excellent. I enjoyed it. It was a great night.
That was a lot of fun. Thank you.
I'd just like to say thank you to all the YouTubers for listening in there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They're hearing you. I'm sure they're waving at you. They're waving profusely at you, my friend.
Yeah, it was a good night. I like this setup where we can kind of talk in between, so it's kind of cool.
Me too. And I will get back to you this week with some dates in July once we get everything solidified with the museum tomorrow night.
Okay, that's super. That'll be great.
All right, brother. You take care. Have a great night.
Okay, you too.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, good night.
Bye.
Bye now.
You know, I know a lot of people out there, and just looking at the numbers and some of the comments, a lot of people think, this is all hokey and full of crap. But I think Bill's onto something. I was steadfast against this whole Ghost Box session thing up until a couple of years ago. And then I just had my own messages that I heard kind of come through. And I was like, oh, okay, that seems to make sense. So, the fact that he does this, I mean, for most people, I will say, look, it's just about entertainment. It's about fun and having a good time and enjoying the woo. We got to enjoy the woo in it. So many people are like, whether it's him or our Keith Andrews or somebody else, are like, damn it, Dave, why the hell do you have this crap on the air? And I'm like, because we're entertainment. We're about fun here. It's not always having to be about, the latest scientific invention or study or something along that line. What's wrong with that? Just us kind of kicking on back, chilling out, and realizing that we have a fun time here, man. We got a good time going on, and we can just chill and relax and enjoy the night for what it is worth. Absolutely. There's enough serious shit going on right now, with the panic of the coronavirus and everything along those lines, that we really do not need to be serious all the time. We're allowed to chill out, relax, and just go with the flow. It's okay to chill. It's okay to enjoy it. Some people do. Some people don't. It's okay. It's quite okay. It's going to be different each and every night, man. Going to be different. I really like Bill. And if you got to know Bill and you know Bill, he is one hell of a good dude. One hell of a good dude. Really good guy. And, just enjoy. Chill out. Relax. Enjoy. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Hey, I want to remind our YouTube channel that a great way to support this show, we do have the Super Chat going tonight. So if you feel like you want to hit that Super Chat, please go right ahead. Also, a great way to support what we do on Spaced Out Radio on a nightly basis is to give us a thumbs up, subscribe on our YouTube channel. Go to our website, spacedoutradio.com, pick yourself up a t-shirt, a hoodie, socks, towels, bags, phone covers, anything you need. We got it right there. And I'm going to tell you, get your stuff, because I want a photo of it. I want to be able to put your stuff on our social media on How You SOR, and it's a great way to support what we do. We're not charging you $10 for archives like other people are. We don't do that. No. My goal is to continually keep the archives free. So let's hang out. Let's have a good night. And whatever you do, just enjoy. Enjoy the woo. This is woo-tastic, woo-tacular. And if the lighting's right, it can even be a little woo-mantic. Huh? See where I went there? All right. Oh, let's see here. Absolutely. And don't forget, if you have a guest idea, you can always check out at youtube.com. No, YouTube. Bookings at spacedoutradio.net. That's bookings at spacedoutradio.net. So check those on out. We would appreciate that. Yeah. We do have the Peak Woo t-shirt. Don't forget that, Corey. Don't forget the old Peak Woo t-shirt. Yeah. Tomorrow night, by the way, we're talking near-death studies. Near-death studies. We have Lynn K. Russell coming on, talking near-death experiences. We actually got a pretty good week. Chris Cogswell, William Poland will be back for Reality Paranormal on Wednesday. Thursday night, Samantha Mowat, her ET life. And then we're talking UFOs in New Zealand with Susan Hansen on Friday. Right now we are booked 4 weeks in advance. We have only 4 days to book in April. We got good shows coming up here, man. Good shows coming up for you. So check it on out. We absolutely love it. Absolutely love being able to help you out and being a part of it, and you guys being all a part of us. How are you guys liking this whole YouTube thing? It's a little bit different. I realize it's just kind of boring, checking me out. I don't have a green screen with anything fancy in behind me or anything like that. But let me know. Let me know how you're enjoying it. I would appreciate that. All right, guys. We only have about 20 seconds left till we go on the air, shall we?
The milk nearby. And tantalize your taste buds tonight.
Bumblefoot hot sauce, available now at kajans.com.
Oh, no problem, Jeannie. No problem. We appreciate it calling on you. I apologize about my cough, people. I really do. All right, music's on. We've rounded third. We're heading for home tonight on Spaced Out Radio. I am your host, Dave Scott, sitting in the captain's chair of SOR headquarters. Great to have each and every one of you hanging on out with us. Thank you so much. Want to remind all of you, if you want to watch the show live, you can do so. Along with our archives, which are free, everything's stored at youtube.com/spaced out radio. Just do me the favor, hit that subscribe button. Our website is spacedoutradio.com, where we have a plethora of features for you, including rocking out to Bumblefoot and doing a little shopping at the SOR Vault. You can also hang out with Captain Shirk at the SOR Newswire. Speaking of the news, let's get to it, shall we? The news is always changing, which is why we bring you the SOR Newswire at the back end of every show, where we get to the weird, the strange, the wacky, and the sometimes downright wasted. Texas-based makers of Tito's handmade vodka have issued an unusual statement in regards to a customer comment. Do not use vodka as hand sanitizer. The issue was raised last Thursday when a customer said on Twitter that they had been using Tito's homemade vodka to make hand sanitizer. I made some hand sanitizer out of your vodka. The hand sanitizer doesn't taste bad either. Cheers to Tito's Vodka. Keep me germ-free and feeling good at the same time, the customer wrote. Tito's response with a serious statement warning other customers not to follow the example. Per the CDC, hand sanitizer needs to contain at least 60% alcohol. Tito's handmade vodka is only 40% and therefore doesn't meet the current recommendation of the CDC, the brand retweeted. So no, don't be wasting vodka on washing your hands, okay? Better to clear the throat with it. Just saying, a little 7-Up or Sprite, maybe some Canada Dry, Schweppes, whatever it may be. Throw that in a little bit of vodka. You'll be just fine. For your throat area. Don't use it as hand wash. You know, it's amazing. People going still crazy over toilet paper. Oh, we're going to get to that here in a minute. But let's just wash our hands, people. Let's just wash our hands. Can we wash our hands? Because you know what? Washing hands, it's a proven thing. Been scientific for a long, long time. That washing hands does help spread the disease. And by God, don't pick your nose. Because then you're putting germs up your nose. No digging for nose goblins. All right? No looking for gold. So, yeah. Hey, Led Zeppelin has finally triumphed in a long-running copyright dispute after a U.S. appeals court ruled they did not steal the opening riff in Stairway to Heaven. The British rock legends were accused in 2014 of ripping off a song called Taurus by the U.S. band Spirit. Taurus was written in 1968, 3 years before Stairway to Heaven. Now, the 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in San Francisco has upheld a 2016 trial verdict that was found Led Zeppelin did not copy it. Stairway to Heaven regularly appears on lists of the greatest rock songs ever written, Paradise City by Guns N' Roses being number 1, and the case that has been one of music industry's longest running and closely watched disputes. Led Zeppelin singer Robert Plant and guitarist Jimmy Page, who wrote the song, could have faced a bill for millions of dollars in damages had they lost. The Spirit song was written by the band's guitarist Randy Wolf, known as Randy California, who died in 1997. The case was brought by Michael Skidmore, a trustee for the estate. Led Zeppelin and Spirit played live together after Taurus was written, and Mr. Skidmore suggested Page may have written his riff after hearing Taurus live. He claimed the songs had similar chord progressions. The case went to a high-profile trial in 2016, at which Page and Plant gave evidence. The jury rejected the claim at the time, deciding the tracks were not intrinsically similar. However, in 2018, the 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals decided the trial judge had made a series of errors and ordering a new trial. On Monday, a panel of 11 judges revealed their 9-2 decision that Stairway to Heaven did not infringe the copyright of the Spirit song. Police in Oregon arrested a man this past weekend after he allegedly robbed a donut shop with a hatchet, left with a box of donuts, and stopped a short distance away to eat one of the treats. Officers responded to a call at the robbery at about 3:24 a.m. Saturday. The Portland Police Bureau said. The Bureau did not say what donut shop was robbed, but the Oregonian reported it was the famous Voodoo Donuts that is open 24 hours on weekends. While officers were responding to what was originally called a disturbance with an axe, the suspect, identified as Christopher L. James, left the donut shop on foot. Officers found James about a block away eating a donut and holding a pink box from the donut shop. Yeah, apparently those are really good donuts too. I've heard good things about them. James ran and was captured about 2 blocks from where police found him, according to the police. A Voodoo Donut spokesman says the company is cooperating with authorities and surveillance footage of the incident has been turned over to police. The Portland Police Bureau said no one was injured in the incident, thank goodness, and a hatchet was recovered from the donut shop. James, who is 40, was arrested on a first-degree felony robbery charge and taken to Multnomah County Detention Center. The safety of our customers and employees is Voodoo Donuts' highest priority. The Voodoo Donut spokesperson wrote in an email, "We are grateful that no one was injured during during this incident. The donut company has 3 Oregon locations, 2 in Portland, according to its website. Heard nothing but awesomeness about those donuts there. I'd like to try one of them donuts. Okay. This is right out of the unbelievable. Right out of the unbelievable. A resident of Rapa Nui, otherwise known as Easter Island, was arrested last week for damaging one of the island's sacred Moai statues with his pickup truck. Local police say the truck likely rolled down a hill and struck the statue's ceremonial platform, or ahu, after being left unattended. The man left the truck with only a rock wedged under its front tire to compensate for a broken parking brake. Oh, that's never any good. Never. Excuse me. So, yeah. I didn't even think they allowed vehicles. The island's only like 2 miles. Doesn't make sense. And then to use a tiny rock as compensation. Oh, that'll do. That's a good break. Anyways, according to Camilo Rapu, president of Easter Island's indigenous Rapa Nui community, the accident caused incalculable damage to the statue and its platform. The Moai are sacred structures of religious value for the Rapa Nui people. The damage is an offense to a culture that has lived many years struggling to recover its heritage and archaeology. Yeah, the island's famous monolithic heads, each between 1,000 and 500 years old, which, with the largest measuring up to 40 feet or 12 meters for those who are metric. Excuse me. Sorry about that. All of a sudden I want to cough. Anyhow, they weigh about 75 tons each. Each of the island's roughly 1,000 Moai statues, hundreds of which ring the island's perimeter of stone platforms, are considered UNESCO World Heritage Sites. This truck should not even be road legal. I've seen a picture of it. It's terrible. You're driving a truck with no brakes. No brakes. The hell are you thinking? Anyhow, the island's mayor, Pedro Edmonds Paoa, said the accident is a reason to impose traffic laws on Rapa Nui. Outside of Rapa Nui's main town, Hangaroa, there are a few paved roads, no traffic lights. With a growing population of roughly 8,000 residents and 12,000 tourists visiting every month, the island is overdue for stricter driving rules. Everyone decided and against established traffic rules when it came to vehicles on sacred sites, but we, as a council, we're talking about the dangers that we knew very well could happen with the rise of tourists and residents in numbers. Yeah. Well, apparently the residents didn't listen to us, he says. This is the result. Damn it, man. Damn it! Rolled over a statue. While traffic laws might be lax on Rapa Nui, the punishment for damaging one of the island's artifacts can be severe. In 2008, a Finnish tourist who broke the ear off of a statue was fined $17,000 and banned from the island for 3 years. Imagine what they're going to do with this guy in the truck. All right. Here we go. An Australian family who attempted to order 48 rolls of toilet paper online instead ended up with 48 boxes. $2,153.78 worth of butt wipe. Haiti Janetsky of Toowoomba says her family had ordered toilet paper, 48 rolls at a time, from an online company called Who Gives a Crap. Really? That is awesome. But she recently made an error while switching to a different variety of toilet paper offered by the website. And when it asked for the quantity, I put 48, thinking it would be a box of 48 rolls, she says. Turned out, 48 boxes. The courier man turned up at the door with 2 pallets of toilet paper instead of 1 box. Janetsky said she checked her credit card statement and confirmed she had shelled out $2,100 plus shipping for the massive haul of TP. She said the recent toilet paper shortages stemming from coronavirus concerns have amplified the process of getting rid of the rolls. The family has started selling the toilet paper at a slight markup, of course, to support the school trip her daughter's class is planning. Oh, wow. Isn't that nice? A 21-foot tall sculpture of a pink flamingo is bound for Tampa International Airport as part of the hub's $2.4 billion program to bring 7 pieces of public art to the facility. We're going there. The airport's governing body approved the spending to bring in 7 pieces of public art to the airport, including a giant flamingo sculpture, home by Massachusetts artist Matthew Mazzotta. Excuse me. Yeah, so the flamingo sculpture, which costs over $500,000, is planned to be installed in the center of the airport's main terminal. The resin and fiberglass sculpture depicts a flamingo dipping its head into water to find food. Isn't that nice? The other artworks approved include a 30-foot tall mosaic of a Florida sunset and a moving mobile inspired by a coral reef. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Moving on, as we continue the news. Let's get to it. When astronauts one day embark on long missions going to Mars and beyond, lettuce seeds will almost certainly be going with them. Why? Because an experiment conducted on the International Space Station has shown that not only can the vegetable be grown in space, but also that it's just as nutritious as growing on Earth. Future astronauts heading off on lengthy missions won't have enough room to carry all the necessary food supplies, and even if they did, the quality of any prepackaged food would deteriorate over time. That's why today's astronauts have been exploring ways to cultivate crops in space. Astronauts tried growing red romaine lettuce on the space station during a number of experiments conducted over several years, culminating in a historic lettuce-based meal on the orbiting outpost in 2015. Some of that lettuce was preserved and returned to Earth for analysis, with the results of the research recently published in the Frontiers in Plant Science journal. Authored by NASA's Christina Coadad and Gioa Massa. The report notes how a team of researchers also grew the crop on Earth in identical conditions as those in space, using LED lights and a special watering system, and in the same temperature humidity levels, so it could compare the results in terms of quality and safety. The findings were promising, with lettuce growing on the space station showing to be similar to the control lettuce grown on Earth. Isn't that nice? By the way, there was no trace of bacteria like E. coli or salmonella at all. That's good news. Very good news. A mother has revealed a clever way and parenting hack that not only persuades her children to eat more fruit and vegetables, but also stops them pestering for more expensive branded products. Jane Stein, who lives in Thailand, says on her Facebook that she showed a picture of a butternut squash decorated with a Winnie the Pooh sticker, and told her fellow parents, "Here's my best parenting hack." She continued, "You know how kids always want to Paw Patrol yogurt or Disney waffles or whatever? Bring your own stickers to the grocery store and start sticking. Today we're having Winnie the Pooh brand spaghetti squash. It goes perfectly with Toy Story broccoli." This is actually kind of brilliant. This is actually quite brilliant. I thought this would be stupid. But no, this actually makes sense. The creative mother, who regularly shares her advice on her blog, janestein.net, janestein.net, has since gathered more than 14,000 views and more than 12,000 comments on social media for her useful advice. One parent said, "That is so clever and adorable," while another hailed the savvy mother as a genius. Another user commented, "This may be the best thing I've ever seen posted in a mom's group." Elsewhere, another social media user wrote, "I literally bought Mickey Mouse waffles yesterday. This is hilarious and a genius idea." Another person wrote, "Oh my goodness, why didn't I think of that? Genius. A pack of Star Wars stickers and I will be set." However, Of course, because there's always got to be the detractors, right? Not everyone was quite as positive about the hack, with some claiming that parents should insist that children eat what they are given and not resort to trickery. Or you just parent up and make them eat what's in front of them, no choice or gimmicks, one wrote. Of course. That makes sense, too. Why do so many parents feel the need to manipulate their children? You're the parent. If they don't want to eat something that you want them to eat, then make their little ass sit down and eat. They'll throw a fit. Don't give in. You are the parent. Make them listen to you, or you're going to find yourself with a huge brat of a child, and no one wants that. Another said that while they thought it was a good idea, but claimed it's effectively lying to your child to get them to eat properly. Oh, the debates. Thought of the Dave happens every night at this time, where we ask a question on our Facebook and Twitter pages, then read your responses on the air because we love the audience participation around here. Today's Thought of the Dave is as follows. What's the weirdest or strangest message you've received from a ghost? Kelly, I think I stepped on one's toes or something. My wife and I heard a distinctly female voice say, ouch, in the living room when we were in the bedroom. Melinda, the shower is too cold, said by what sounds like an elderly woman in an EVP recorded on the Queen Mary in Long Beach, California. Kimberly, not a ghost, but a creeper. In the middle of the night, I swung my legs over the side of my bed to head to the bathroom when I was startled by a creeper skittering out of the bathroom. I am a smartass, and I said, is that all you got? Whereupon it shot through the door, and I heard it tumble down the stairs, which sounded really freaky. I decided to use the bathroom later and crawled back into bed. In the morning, I had a good chuckle about it. All right. Nikki, way too many to post, but the three that impacted me the most were from murder victims, where they all downloaded very specific sections of their memories combined with their physical and emotional sensations to me. I not only saw and heard it all, but physically felt it and their terror. All three psychic experiences left me terrorized, curled up in a ball and in tears, where it took me many days to recover. Oh, that's terrible, Nikki. Terrible. Tom, come meet the devil. EVP captured on the Sugar Shack in Moundsville Prison, West Virginia. Serena, had a dead prostitute think my husband was pretty hot. Well, he is. Not everyone can dress up like Gene Simmons and breathe fire in platform boots while singing about rock and roll all night. But we were at a club in downtown Seattle, and this ghost was definitely giving my hubby the eye. Didn't really want to talk to me. She was all about him. Had to detach her so she wouldn't follow us home. Dawn, Octagon Hall LED balloon. I told the spirit I would put it between us so he didn't have to pass through me to get it. EVP, I don't want to effing play. Dave, just my dad on the answer machine saying his name. This is Bill. That's probably a good place to end this. Right there. Right there. Thank you to everybody participating in the Thought of the Dave on Twitter and Facebook. We will do it all again tomorrow. As well, we want to say thank you to Captain Shirk for the fantastic news that she puts out on the SOR Newswire daily on our website, spacedoutradio.com. And to our guest tonight, Bill Hauser, for coming on in, giving us another great Ghost Box session. We'll look to Bill on May 11th. He will be back, or we'll do another one, because we do these every couple of months for you. And I know you guys love the entertainment as well, so we're going to keep that up. We got Mr. Ron Bumblefoot Thal rocking in the background with Little Brother is Watching. Bumblefoot is the official music of Spaced Out Radio, rocking us in and out of every single show. Get your horns up for the guitar god himself. Special thanks to everybody listening in at home, at work, in your cars, wherever you may be. Special thanks to everybody in our chat rooms on Revolution Radio, LGAB, YouTube, all of you, yes you, Spreaker, Facebook, and the SOR Space Travelers Club on our website, along with all the snarkers and snarkettes hanging out, throwing the snark at hashtag Spaced Out Radio on Twitter. You guys are awesome. Made me laugh tonight.
I know you're out there somewhere.
Remember, this show is copyright by Spaced Out Radio and SOR Media Ventures Limited. Thank you so much for hanging out with us to kick off your week, because together, my friends, we're watching. We own the night. Mr. Bumblefoot, we need a favor. We need you to take us home. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll do it all again. I'll be here. Hopefully you will be too. Have fun, everyone. Talk to you soon. Good night. Come on, everybody. Oh, I can't believe I lost my voice there. I knew it was coming. I totally knew it was coming. I could feel it. I apologize for all you having to hear me like hack up a lung and like blow my nose. That's terrible. Terrible entertainment. I do really apologize about that. I really do. Oh well. Oh well. We got through another one. It's all good. How you doing, YouTube? All right. Let me just log everything off, y'all. All right. Say goodnight to Twitter. And Captain Shirk, I thought your voice sounded strained at the start of the show. By the end of the show, coughing, nasal congestion. What the heck is going on with your health, Commander? Don't you sign off before answering me. I'm still on YouTube. Excuse me. Yes, I'm trying everything. If there is a life hack right now, I am trying it. I'm actually feeling good. Just one of those nights. My voice just, hey, it happens. It happens. Oh, well. Yes. It happens. How y'all doing on YouTube land? It's all good. It's all good. Captain Shirk I think she's breathing now. She, the minute I said, I'm still on YouTube Live, I know she's jumping back over to YouTube to check things on out. We still got like 21 people here. Thank you so much for checking on out. And I hope you had a good time tonight. I did. See, sometimes, just so you know, sometimes when you talk a lot on the radio, your voice gets scratchy. And that's what's happened. Dave, your new layout is fantastic and friggin' love this live show. Thank you, Jeannie. Appreciate that. Sometimes just talking too much. Tell you though, Fisherman's Friend, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful to help the voice. But we're almost over this cold. I was in a hockey rink for 2 hours tonight. I'm going to blame that. Anyone tempted to buy a ghost box? I have one. I don't have very good success with them. I really don't. I'll tell you. I'll tell you where I have good luck with them is with Merle, Mike Morin from Haunted Crew of Canada. I get a lot of crap happen when he's around. It's like we feed off each other. It's kind of cool. Eat Ukrainian eggs. I am Ukrainian. I'm sick of eggs. You have no idea how sick of eggs I am. Although, probably going to have to eat a... You know what's weird? Is I've actually been eating a lot of spicy stuff, like hot sauce and everything. So yeah, excuse me. There we go. I apologize. Like, what layout? Are you talking like the screen thing here? Is that what you're liking? See, I still think the camera is too close to my giant head. I got a bulbous head. Disgusting head. Bulbous! Massive head. So, I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure. What are you talking about? You know, Nick N., what really screws me up about your name is that I have an uncle, a Ukrainian uncle named Nikon. Yeah. He's married to my grandfather's sister. Yeah. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Yeah, it looks. Thank you, Sandra Heath. Love you, Sandra Heath. All right. Anything else? If you guys want to chat, I got a couple of minutes here. That is up to you. Now it is bulbous. Look at the size of my melon. I got a big head. And I'm not saying egotistical either. I just got a large melon. I can admit that. Big. Massive. Massive. Let's see here. Hey, Bill W50, what did you put on LGAB here? Hey, we made it to 220 pages tonight. What's that? 69% of the people find something dirty in everything they read. Very true. I love you, Sandra. Sandra Heath. No, you don't love me as much as I love you. Anyways. I don't investigate. Like what I should okay. I shouldn't say that I don't investigate. That's probably the wrong term. I don't research. So for instance, when I go out to a haunted location, this is what I will carry with me. I will carry my phone. I will carry I will carry a K2 beater because I kind of trust them. Now I know there's gonna be people like, oh, he trusts a K2. What the hell? Yeah. Anyways, I don't mind them. I have nothing bad to say about them, so they've been okay to me, treated me well, treated me like family. So I normally, like, when I go investigating on stuff, I am normally going out for the experience of what I feel. I'm very, very big on feeling everything. I trust my own instincts and intuition a hell of a lot more than I do the gear. And I'm not a ghost hunter. I am not a ghost hunter. I'm not a UFO hunter. I mean, do I like going out and playing in the forest looking for Bigfoot? Of course I do. Personal ghost story. Personal ghost story. Where can we go with that? I'm trying to think of something new here. Let me think of something new. Something new. Okay. Many of you have not heard this story before. All right. So I was 20 years old. And I worked as a hockey instructor at this hockey training facility. And I loved that job. I mean, being around hockey every day and kids, I ended up training, I think, like 15 kids who went on to play pro, from like minor league level over in Europe to minor leagues in North America. I had a couple players actually play some games in the NHL. It's a big thrill for me, a huge thrill. And anyways, so I worked at this hockey training facility, and I don't know what it was about this building, but there was something. I'd never been in a real haunted place before, and this place was fucking haunted. Like it was scary at times. And I remember talking to my one boss, Bill, and I'd be like, Bill, do you ever hear like strange things happening here at night? And he's like, all the time, dude. He's like, because sometimes, you work late and you just sleep there. And Bill would be like, yeah, he goes, man, he goes, sometimes when I'm staying here, he's like, dude, I don't even get out of this room. He goes, it scares the daylights out of me, absolute daylights out of me. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. He's like, no, dude, it's bad at times. And so my first paranormal experience, like, it's not a regular size rink. So if you took a hockey rink and you shrunk it down to like 2/3 the size, okay, this rink was built in like a warehouse district, and it was the farthest, like this thing was almost a 1/4 mile long, this entire facility, and it's shaped like a long letter L. Okay. And we were the bottom part of the L. So like we were here. And anyways, we, one morning I opened up the rink at like 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:30 in the morning for hockey practice. And all these parents come in, and they're getting their kids ready, and I'm sitting in the office, and I knew a couple of the parents, and we're just chatting away while the kids are out on the ice. And all of a sudden I start hearing this slamming of what sounds like a sledgehammer right behind me on the cement brick wall. And I wasn't the only one who heard it. So we grabbed a flashlight. We go to the bay doors of the connected building beside us, because it's got like these giant garage bay doors. And we open it up, and there is nothing there. No sledgehammer, no nothing. Go back in the building, smack, smack, smack. There was that. There was, driving the Zamboni and seeing, like, because it was 2 stories, we had seating up above. And seeing people in the window, then you kind of turn your head quickly to look at them, and they're gone. The sound of hockey pucks hitting the glass makes a very distinctive sound. And I remember I had emptied out everybody from the rink, and my cousin was there, and his girlfriend at the time were there, and we were all going to the bar afterwards because it was like 11:30 at night. And all of a sudden, like, I'm cleaning up the dressing rooms, and we start hearing pucks hitting the glass. Well, I knew we were the only 3 left in the building because I locked the door after everyone had left. All the players had left, and I was just doing a tidy up. And anyways, we start hearing the pucks on the glass. So my cousin's like, who's on the ice? And I go, I don't know. So I walk in, he walks behind me, and there's not a soul on the ice. There's not even a puck on the ice. Got the hell out of there. And then my buddy Mike, who worked with us, my buddy at the time, we were going to do, this was a few months later, we were going to do like a major cleanup of the entire facility, like spray down, scrub every dressing room, all the walls, pull out the floor mats, wash the floors, showers, everything. We knew it was going to be like a 3-4 hour job. And anyways, it was about 11:30. So I said to Mike, I said, hey, go in the dressing room, because we could hear players laughing and kind of, when they take their beer cans and they throw them in the garbage can, that sound of aluminum hitting aluminum. And Mike, I said, hey, go in the dressing room and tell those guys to leave because we got a lot of work and I don't want to be here until like 3, 4 in the morning, even though we're probably going to have to be. And he's like, no problem. So he comes back and he is stone-faced white, like freaked right out. And I'm like, dude, what's the matter? And he's like, dude, there's nobody in the dressing rooms. I said, what do you mean there's nobody in the dressing rooms? And he's like, there's nobody in the dressing rooms. They're empty. I'm like, they can't be empty. We literally just heard people chattering in there. He's like, I know. There is nobody in the dressing rooms. And so I said, well, I'm going to look. Are you coming with me? And he's like, no. He goes, I'm not going back there. He goes, that is way too freaky, man. He goes, I am so not going back there. And I'm like, oh, come on. And sure enough, I went back there alone and there was nobody in the dressing rooms. Not a soul. And it was like, damn it. That is kind of freaky. That is completely kind of freaky. We had some other interesting things happen there, but that's probably the freakiest, most haunted building that I've ever been in. And why it's haunted, I have no idea. I don't think there's ever been a paranormal investigation done there. I would love to get in there and see what's going on, but I highly doubt it. I really do. The arena at that time was a year old, 2 years old. And I think what happened, like if I were to surmise what happened, I think what happened was when they cut through the hillside, I think there may have been a body there or something that got disturbed, or a couple bodies that got disturbed from like, hundreds of years ago or 100 years ago or whatever. And I think that's what did it. I really do. I really do believe that. That's where I'm sitting on everything. So, yeah, kind of cool. Let's see. David Politis feels like he's a Draco Reptilia. Okay. I'm not going to hang out much longer, guys, because my throat is starting to get sore. So, if you have any quick questions, thanks, Stu. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. If you have any questions, that would be cool. Yeah, that is kind of a creepy story. Not gonna lie. Not going to lie, it is kind of freaky. Apparently, snorting or drinking bleach, cocaine, etc. are false rumors that cannot be helped to prevent coronavirus. So don't start a cocaine habit if you guys are concerned about the coronavirus. Yeah, I'm going to go rest my throat here. We're going to call it the night tonight. Thank you so much for tuning us all in. And we'll do it all again tomorrow, same time. So have yourself a wonderful, wonderful evening. And I'm going to go get some rest. And